of hate from Mephisto, and this combination executed perfectly at the end of the game.
From Alarak, make it a quad kill set up by that East.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi line.
Nubarak, core at 50%. Both cores are just absolutely melting. Which one's going to go down first? I think this is going to be Respect the Gooses. Oh my goodness.
Ring. Oh my goodness, the ring. Jaina just pulling up everybody here. That's a 4, make it 5.
And it does knock them all up. What a play. Oh my God, somebody please clip that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the big show. You're back on twitch.tv/murderrg, and once again, we are joined by my good friend Stoic. How you doing? All the way from Idaho now, huh?
Yeah, it's true. Idaho, represent.
He's on vacation, but still committed to casting NGS matches. You'll love to see it. Tonight we have a fantastic one for you. It's Division A East, Nsomnia versus Team Happy Cloud. A match that was supposed to take place last week here on twitch.tv/murderrg. They had to unfortunately delay, so I was honored to be able to pick this up again here on this Monday evening. June 1st, already in the month of June. This year's going by quickly. Or is it?
Both.
Both. Probably a fair answer there. Welcome to the chat, everyone. I'm waiting right now for our lobby invite. I think that might actually be it from Jamster in the NGS chat. Yeah, that is it. Okay. So if you want to hop on in as well, Stoic, we'd love to have you.
Oh.
If you don't have it, I could, I could do this too. Boom.
Here I
there
am.
you go. Look at my shirt today. It's getting all green screened. I'm wearing a R2-D2 shirt. You could probably barely see the outline, but it's kind of turquoise colored, so I look completely crazy. I kind of like it. Lockful Turret in chat. Welcome to the stream, my good friend. Thanks for popping in again. And yeah, Stoic, what else can we talk about before this match gets underway?
What could we talk about?
Time to change your hat, Murda. I just put this hat on.
How about that hydrate request? How about that hat swap?
Oh yeah, I have a hydrate request too. Hold on. Okay, we got the hat. New hat's been secured. Okay, you happy? Are you happy?
Clever.
And I can hear you again, Stoic. Let me also take that hydrate request. Who'd the hydrate come in from? I completely missed that one. We have a few. It's from you, Stoic. It's 2 from you. Is that one for me, 1 for you? Is that how we're doing it? We split these tonight?
I had to leave my jug at home. They don't allow such large creations on the airplane. So
that's true. All right, so I'll take both of them. There is 1. Here's number 2.
Thank you.
We need to also inform them you'll be casting.
Oh.
Stoic is my co-caster. Not ready for Div A quite yet, says Stoic. Maybe soon.
I've put in so much time. One of these days, we'll see.
So what's been the highlight for you thus far in your couple days that you've been there?
In Idaho?
Yeah. What is there to do out there?
Lots of walking.
Lots of walking.
Went on a beautiful walk this afternoon with my cute wife and dog.
Aww.
I got my in-laws have a big old pond, so I got to relax yesterday or Sunday, and
nice.
Which was yesterday, and read a book in the gorgeous weather out here.
Chat wants to know if they can do a Stoic hat swap.
Oh, I actually maybe 1 second. Headphones down.
We're gonna have to make someone like actually donate some medallions for that. You gotta give them up. You collect them, you gotta get rid of them too.
Wait, did he pay for it?
Not
if
yet.
If he drops the medallions, okay. I'll go swap hats. I have to run all the way downstairs, but I'll do it.
Well, we're still waiting on 2 players here in our lobby just to keep everyone at home updated. Good luck Nsomnia coming out from Majesty 007. as viewers are starting to slowly pile on into the channel. Welcome if you don't already know me. I am Murda, joined tonight by Stoic, a brand new caster this season in NGS, doing a great job. Hopefully you guys get to enjoy his fine work this evening. But yeah, it's a slight delay. I don't really have too much to say. Some friendly names on both sides. I know Jamster, Psycho, French, they've been hanging around NGS for quite some time. On the other side, Brett Michaels, R275 Delta, and Galaxy Quest. Now here comes F Ferret. There was a team named after this guy once, Stoic. Ferrets.
Time to change your hat, Murda.
There's the hat swap
name.
for Stoic.
All right, BRB.
BRB. Okay, perfect. Look at that man run. Yes. I don't know if Stoic's wife is tuned in right now. Sometimes she does, but she's probably entertaining the family or being entertained by the family. I don't quite know. One of the two. But always a fun time when she's here. Psycho Support says, it's been a while, Murda. Good to see you still here. Yeah, I've been here the whole time. Haven't gone anywhere. Still doing my thing with NGS as much as possible. There's the hat swap. Yes, let's go. I like it. It says Chuck on the top. You know, I live in Chucktown. So
Really?
It's like, yeah, Charleston. They call it Chucktown.
I didn't know that. Oh man,
Now you know it.
it's a big house.
Yeah, it looks nice and big. I mean, a nice gym upstairs. That little bar back there as well.
It is a bar.
That is a bar back there. Okay. Yeah, you're all set up.
Yeah. Whew. I'm out of shape. Quarantine did a number on this belly. Whew.
Oh my god. I kind of feel you on that. I feel like my any chance of dieting kind of went out the window back in March.
Yeah.
I had been pretty self-disciplined, and then I kind of was like, maybe not right now. We'll get back to it eventually. Remember, I gotta get married in November, so I gotta look somewhat good, right?
Yeah. I guess.
I guess.
That's what they say. So our map, their first map is Infernal Shrines, correct?
Correct, yeah, good point, Stoic. Maybe I talk a bit about our map bans before we get going any further. It was Nsomnia winning the coin toss, opting for first map pick, first hero pick on our first map. So Team Happy Cloud had the option to ban out first. They took away Sky Temple and Cursed Hollow. Nsomnia, they banned out Battlefield of Eternity and Dragonshire. And then this first map, which was selected by THC, it is Infernal Shrines. Stoic, you know this as my least favorite NGS map because of its popularity, and that's the only reason why. Too many.
Yeah. I think as far as maps go, it's pretty solid. It seems relatively balanced.
Sure.
It's a good map, and I think that's why it is so popular in NGS.
And to be fair, I guess we didn't really do too much casting this weekend. All the matches, they were snagged away by all the other fine casters here in NGS. So didn't get to cast Infernal Shrines, and I think going back the past couple casts, did we even do it? Yeah, my last cast, game 2. But there was a cold streak before that, so to be fair, there hasn't been as much Infernal Shrines recently on my channel, but tonight we will have that pleasure.
And we will enjoy it. Interesting. So Team Happy Cloud choosing THC. Wow, I just picked that up. They chose Infernal Shrines. They played this against Parsley, Snag, Rosemary, and Line a couple of weeks ago. Didn't work out in their favor, but hopefully they're looking for some redemption tonight.
Lock Voltura asking, November wedding, ooh, what's the colors? Outside ceremony? I don't the colors? What? Welcome to game number 1. Our first draft is about to be underway. Infernal Shrines. First to pick will be Nsomnia.
Let's see.
Maroon. Ooh, that'd be nice. Maroon.
Last time Insomnia played Infernal Shrines, it looks like they took a victory here.
Ooh, a victory.
Yes.
They've been playing rather well. I know I've been following Regen Phoenix, of course, being the Regen guy that I am. I know that they were able to take a couple maps off of Insomnia. However, a lot of teams have been struggling up against his squad. They've been in like the upper end of the standings throughout most of the season. Maybe took a slight step back, but a good opportunity tonight up against Team Happy Cloud to kind of rectify a few of those issues they might have been having. As we see them take away the Zool with the first ban, not too bad there, Stoic.
Yeah, solid pick. I mean, Zool, when he gets through, as always, causes a mess throughout all the divisions. Mephisto ban, coming out of THC, also very solid ban. It's a very good map ban as well. Such good, safe shrine clear.
Yeah, I'd agree specifically about being a map ban here for Mephisto, getting so much value inside the shrines, able to clear out those skeletal defenders as well as get off a lot of damage up against the enemy team that's undoubtedly going to be stacked inside that shrine when they're trying to kill them. So I do like that ban on Mephisto, as now we see one come out as well onto Jaina.
Yeah, Jaina also, similar to Mephisto, a little less safe, but just as much damage onto those skeletal defenders. This puts THC, though, in an interesting spot. Do they ban Johanna here? The Rhaegar is the ban.
Ooh. I feel like this might be more of a we don't want your player having this hero decision. I think there might be some better picks. Like, we always keep talking about the Johanna, but here it's Infernal Shrines. Absolutely makes sense to pick up an early Johanna here. First pick worthy? I think so. There might be some other heroes that make sense, like Anna's still available out there. But I think just play it safe and play it neutral. Go with the Johanna, and that's exactly what we're going to see out of Nsomnia.
Yeah, Johanna is such a safe pick, but also I think a really strong first pick. You secure yourself a really solid tank, which, you know, is the foundation of your team, but also you could go anywhere with Johanna. Like, the red team now has to, they don't have some kind of edge on knowing how Insomnia wants to play the map out.
Yeah, I think that's exactly the best point of it, as now we see Deckard Cain selected by our 275 Delta, and Sylvanas, a hero that we haven't been talking about as much in more recent matches we've casted together, but she's still just as good as she's been since the tower changes.
Yeah, I played a game on Sylvanas this morning, and it's so easy to forget how impactful she can be in any map, in any comp, all the time. Deckard the same way. Wow.
Kael'thas, Maiev, chosen for French and Solian, and this is going to give a nice combo of abilities now. That Warden's Cage for Maiev. Throw on in a Phoenix from Kael'thas, and that could be a whole hell of a lot of damage coming out from these two. Expect some good bomb spread from Kael'thas whenever that happens. Now going to need some sort of good response to help deal with that. Because right now, Deckard Cain may be a bit in trouble if Maiev is ever able to get on top of him. Final ban for Team Happy Cloud, Stukov.
Interesting. Yeah, interesting on the mage and heals taken away here. I imagine ETC ban. I mean, I'm a broken record, but I just think tanks are the most important role. So it's got to be an ETC ban coming out of Insomnia. But who knows?
Why wouldn't
Definitely could be a solid ban. Garrosh, also a good ban. Garrosh Deckard is a good combo.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say as well. I think being able to throw anybody or just stun anybody into those scrolls of sealing from Deckard Cain can mean a lot of extra damage coming out from heroes like Sylvanas and whatever other mage they're going to pair in with this. Maybe they take their mage right now, but I'd expect them to go with their tank. Do they need to lock in the tank now? Maybe not, because you're not going to see the ETC come out on the other side. So this might be the right decision. Nsomnia and Raynor.
Interesting. Double auto attacker type heroes. I mean, honestly, 3 heroes that get a lot of value from auto attacks into Johanna. Yeah, this is interesting. The Johanna Maiev actually could make really good work blinding, pulling, condemning, and punishing these 3 heroes that have strong auto attacks. We'll see if that comes into play, or if Team Happy Cloud can make sure to stay spread.
Final 2 for Jamster and Psycho will be Leoric and Lucio. A lot of disengage now with that Wraithwalk. You also get the speed benefit of Lucio added in. And this comp is looking pretty scary now, Stoic.
Yeah, I wonder what tank they pick up. They've been known to play Mal'Ganis quite frequently. I hope that that's not the pick for them here, because I think he'll struggle against the lots of CC from Team Insomnia. And there's ETC, always a solid hero. Surprised he made it this far into the draft.
The CC from ETC, will it be enough for Team Happy Cloud You're going to have to let us know in chat who will win Game 1. Will it be Nsomnia? Or will it be THC? The poll is open, and I'll leave it open for about 2 minutes. Head on over to chat up at the top. Select the team you think will win this first game after seeing these heroes picked. Let us know by participating. Hit the submit button. If you don't hit submit, did you actually ever vote? No, you didn't.
Scientific fact.
Stoic, I always ask you, who are you leaning towards here for Game 1?
We've done this enough times for you to know that I'm going to say the blue team because they picked up Johanna. I really do think that blue team, though, even without the Johanna, they have a solid pick here. They have incredible potential. Even pre-10, they have a really strong combo potential. I'd like to see them execute on that. But if the blinds never go off and ETC does a good job zoning or isolating a target, I think that the red team definitely has the tools to pull this out here. What about you, Murder? Who are your thoughts?
Quickly I'll introduce these teams first. Psycho playing the Lucio. We got Logicalia on the Johanna. There's Jamster playing Leoric. And look at that, the janitor Leoric on the soap bar. Solian playing the Maev. French on the Kael'thas. Make some noise for Nsomnia.
And in the red team, in the red trunks, Team Happy Cloud with Brett Michaels on the ETC, R275 Delta playing Sonya, Galaxy Quest on the Rainer, F Ferret playing Sylvanas, and OJ Juice on Deckard Cain.
Did you notice a few of them on their Happy Clouds?
Oh, that is good.
That is too good. So to answer your question, who do I think is going to win this game? You know what? I think I'm right on the same decision as you. I think our blue side has a little bit better of a draft. I like the tools they get at level 10. And I think it's going to take a lot of coordinated effort in this one for Team Happy Cloud to walk away with a Game 1 win.
They've done it before. Let's see if they can make it happen here. Brett Michaels a little slow in the rotation, actually getting body blocked by Johanna. He's stuck, isolated a little bit, power slides away to safety. Good work on OJ Juice, dropping those potions in clutch locations. But Brett Michaels goes back in. He's a lover for pain here. Brought low, but still alive.
A lover for pain. ETC getting sent down to 30% health. Gonna be fine. You see all those potions waiting at mid. He's actually not even walking towards him. He says, you know, I'll be fine without your Kool-Aid. But will Maev make him pay? Just barely not able to connect with an Umbral Bind. The power slide gets Brett Michaels away.
Yeah, playing with fire here. Literally, as he's taking lots of these Kael'thas living bombs. Blue team with looks like a little bit of lane clear priority, but opting to spend their time skirmishing. Red team quickly on their camp. Will Nsomnia respond? Yes, they will.
Well, they're going to respond on their own side of the map. Camp for camp, but first to grab it will be Team Happy Cloud. Now thinking about potentially invading. No, they're just going to soak that bottom lane and maybe go for the neutral camp down bottom. ETC checking to see no one's in there. But now finding Lucio and Kael'thas in the lane, they're going to push forward their minions as Galaxy Quest moves into that siege camp pit. OJ Juice going to throw in a few bottles of Kool-Aid, but they get bullied off. Johanna walks in with Lucio.
Yeah, blue team had to know this was happening. Maev Sylvanas dueling in the middle lane, trying to escort those siege camps both ways. Rainer taking a break off this camp, but ooh. Excellent combo there with the Umbral Bind and the Living Bomb. It's past ETC. Psycho looking to get some extra damage here. Sylvanas comes down from the mid lane, see if she can get some flank damage. None will be found as both teams leave this bottom camp with just 2 spear throwers. Now Solian making their way down to work on this with Johanna.
Well, that Maev, she's a pretty strong hero. You've already seen a few of those attempts. Just like this one with the Umbral Bind, this one able to pull back ETC. Boot from Lucio, not enough because the power slide too strong from the Cow. Once again, Brett Michaels fine, and you can see at level 4 picked up by Deckard Cain. It will be the Ruby. A lot of extra mini potions now for the big boy.
So much value. Absolutely absurd. Each of those healing for like 300 or whatever. Really, really strong.
First Shrine of the game active at mid, and we have a new subscriber, a gifted subscription sent out to Psycho support. He's actually playing in this game. You can see Psycho. He's on the Lucio right now. Yeah, he's a support player. The support player for Nsomnia. Congrats on your gifted sub. Thanks for hanging with us this evening, Lock Voltura. As always, glad to have you.
Both teams opting to engage here. Pre-level 7, big Deckard Cain route goes, finds Sully, and Sully able to use their trait to get away. Bombs getting spread quite a bit here through Team Happy Cloud as they're all looking, F Ferret and Delta looking a little bit low.
And it's 11 skeletal defender lead currently for THC. Trying to keep heroes supported up is Deckard Cain, but look, OJ Juice running pretty low on mana. Knows he's not going to have too much left, so they're going to have to take these as quickly as possible from here. It's Jamster under pressure. Leoric, though, able to Wraith Walk away, as now moving forwards, Lucio picking up the first blood of the game. Sylvanas is down. Only 33 skeletal defenders currently secured, so Nsomnia trying to make a desperate move to get the rest of them. Gonna pay with her life. Can they finish at 38 now, make it 39? Yes, they will, but it might be a couple more kills. Rainer low, in chases Maiev, gets the kill, make it a triple for Nsomnia as they have to play defense against his Mortar Punisher.
Yeah, they you know, THC gets the Punisher, but it's not going to find much value here. This Mortar Punisher with 5 heroes up, Leoric's not even worried about it. He's top lane putting more of that soak, trying to further that experience lead, and it looks like this Punisher won't even clear the wall.
Yeah, does it even get 1 tower? No, it doesn't. So that ends up netting a half-level lead for Nsomnia as teams are starting to look at their siege camps for the second time in the game. A little bit of XP around the map, but during that whole objective push, Leoric in the top lane able to soak that up, and that's really what made this, which actually, look how much shorter it is now, just about a fraction of a level. Was a half level a moment ago.
Man, Kel'Thas there with almost no mana staying. Johanna not quite enough mana to peel. Red team goes in there, clears the camp pretty quickly, but also finds that kill.
And that'll be the first of the game for THC. ETC didn't even need to be too close to that one, able to get some soak down in the bottom lane as well. Now with pressure in mid, triple Mercs here along with Sylvanas going to be buffed up with that Merc Queen. And they're going to get through that wall that the Punisher was not able to get through earlier. Johanna trying to push everyone back, but going to get quickly thrown a few of those arrows from Sylvanas. She went into Overwhelming Affliction at level 1. I didn't know if we had the Unfurling Shadows, but I do like the selection at 1 with Overwhelming Affliction in this situation. I don't know if you're going to get too much value with Unfurling just against the Johanna. Leoric's going to be so split for most of the game anyway. So good picking so far, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it combos well with, it's almost like she took the Exterminator, or she took the Ace in the hole that Raynor didn't, getting that % damage on slowed heroes with 3 stacks. We'll see if that, how that comes into play here, as they're making a play for the bottom fort wall as well.
Yeah, Black Arrows applied from Sylvanas. They're going to get through 1 of 2 towers and another set of empowered mercenaries nearby with Sylvanas. Might be all they get, but I wonder if they're going to regret this later on watching the VOD, because no one nearby from Nsomnia. They're invading up top.
Interesting macro decisions from both teams here, as blue team will take that camp, which is mostly for denial, but also can use this to push ETC stage diving in, looking to get on the Sully and will not find it. Good disengage coming out of Jamster.
Yeah, the Entomb, I believe that time used just to help create a wall to get the rest of the team out. And if indeed that was the case, well done by Jamster, because no one on his team ends up falling in the fight.
Yep, still all structures up for both sides. But with a weak wall here, if weak wall top, if Nsomnia can find this first objective, they probably will find, or this second objective, they probably will take the first 4 of the game.
Looking for anything they can find. It's actually Kel'Thas getting stuck inside that scroll of ceiling. But a good gravity lapse going to keep ETC at bay for the time being. 7 seconds now until our second objective phase of the game is going to start. With that first one going over to THC. Oh man, that was Wailing Arrow? I don't think it hit anyone.
I don't think it did either.
It's going to be a big turnaround. Maiev looking for it. Hasn't found it yet, but finally throws down the Warden's Cage. Locks in bulky Raynor and the Sylvanas. But is their heroes falling? Maiev down. Kel'Thas down. Might be more as Johanna's low. Yes, she will fall. Psycho and Jamster are the only 2 that make it out. It's a triple kill for THC. And once again are going to find themselves set up very nicely on this objective.
Yeah, that was not the way I expected that fight to go. Kind of happening in 2 and almost 3 places at once. Team Happy Cloud really making the best of that engage, finding picks in the front line and the back line.
Was that an Entomb? Yeah, it was, but not going to do enough to get the kill. ETC survives. Some potions back on the backside of that fight. And so, excuse me, the Nsomnia still inside this pit. Look at that, 28 skeletal defenders already picked up. They don't have level 13, and their opponents have all just come back from base with full health, full mana. A little bit scary right here in this situation for THC. But just like the first one, I'm expecting them to be willing to die for this objective.
Yeah, definitely an interesting strategy for the map. Most teams opting to sometimes even ignore the objectives. Big sleep coming out from OJ. Juice does not land as it's interrupted by, it looks like Johanna's condemned there. Red team will zone and be able to finish this second objective, excuse me. No heroes falling. Both teams still looking for that 13.
13 should be ticking in rather quickly, so Sonia's going to split out trying to get the remaining XP, and there it is. Top 4 is going to be in trouble because Sylvanas is here, Black Arrow's applied, and this Arcane Punisher hasn't even needed to take a leap yet. It's going to walk onto that keep wall, sitting at about, oh, it tells us right here, 98% health. So it's still extremely healthy and ready to be potentially getting down our first keep wall of the game.
Makes a jump on Solian, who leaps away, taking no damage, but Red team, with as slow as this Punisher's walk, should have Black Arrows up, probably to make some damage on this keep.
There's the sleep only hitting onto Johanna. Logicalia is going to be okay now. Walking forward with that condemn and having to walk back out with the Iron Skin. Punisher very low after the keep wall's down. That'll be all they get. Maybe a little bit of help from that Hyperion, able to whittle off about 15% onto the keep itself. But a good defense at the keep wall from Nsomnia means it's still going to stand, but they do find themselves behind in this game. At least the one structure that fell earlier during that push.
Yeah, you know, shout out to THC here for not overstaying their welcome on that keep nor on that camp. Playing it safe here. Solian jumps up for a solo Warden's Cage. Not able to find much damage, but does find the quest completion on Fan of Knives. ETC now, Brett Michaels being taken out on the point, trying to hold it for his team. Entomb now extremely effective, catching F. Ferret and Galaxy Quest. Ferret will fall. Sonya being pulled back by the Umbro Bind. Wow, incredible CC chain there, locked as well. Maiev finding 2 kills in a spicy fashion.
Fan of Knives, yes. That was like the biggest fan you can order, like the one they put inside a stadium that keeps the entire thing cool for the night. Yeah, that kind of fan. Incredible play there for Maiev, picking up a few kills, and Jamster with that Entomb locked in 2 targets that really held them exactly where she needed them to be. So credit as well goes out to Jamster on the Auric.
Now it looks like Blue Team taking this moment to advance with a whopping 6 spear throwers. All they need to do is play a little bit of defense, and they'll make quick work of this middle fort. But
sounds like the dogs are having some fun too, eh?
Oh shoot, sorry. I'll mute myself.
No, I mean, it's, you know, it's all good. Their dogs are having a good time. We're having a good time. It wouldn't be right if we had all the fun and they didn't, right?
They're actually trying to translate what the goats were saying to each other. But these dogs don't speak human, only goats, so all they can do is just bark.
Fair enough. Sylvanas here in this bottom lane might be willing to push in. It's just Maiev showing defensively right now for Nsomnia. Here they come. Hyperion also going to be thrown out from Galaxy Quest. Should be enough to get through this fort, but Raynor actually putting some damage onto Maiev, had that fort start targeting them. Now Logicalia is showing up. There's the Blessed Shield, only hitting Sylvanas. No follow-up from the rest of the team means F. Ferret gonna be just fine.
Yeah, Ferret playing really defensively there. Probably could have stepped up and finished that, but not sure what Blue Team was. Played it safe, and I've been impressed here. THC playing very safe, and it's worked out well for them as they have the structure lead in 1 fort advantage, but almost so close to a 2 structure advantage.
This will be our 3rd shrine, second one that's been in the mid lane thus far, with both of them currently have gone over to Team Happy Cloud. First, I believe, was a Mortar Punisher. The second one was an Arcane Punisher. This one will be the Frozen Punisher Stoic, maybe everyone's favorite.
Yes, definitely the one that shuts down forts, even more important than it was before. Logicalia taking quite a bit of damage here from this Sylvanas. ETC in an excellent position with a power slide to body block and secure the kill with the help of Raynor there.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't see more of an attempt to save that from Psycho. Still holding on to the barrier, maybe regretting it, as now it's a 40-second death cooldown until the Johanna's back up, and now you even have Leoric falling very low. And this is now going to be a situation, once again, inside the shrine, when Team Happy Cloud is looking pretty good. But I gotta say, the rest of the fights, outside of objectives, they've been going in favor of Nsomnia, so it's such a shame that every time these objectives are up, they seem to be falling back from the way they've been playing throughout the rest of the game.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting here. I've seen THC spread the bomb quite a few times, but it looks like, whether intentional or not, it's not really impacting in that many kills, as OJ Juice has got these big old potions ready for him every single time.
Here comes the Frozen Punisher, leap onto Maiev, but once again, Vault of the Warden is going to keep her safe. Now getting some extra support from Lucio behind the structure. The fort's going to go down, and once again, they're going to be looking with a healthy Punisher onto a keep wall, jumping for the second time now. Johanna back up. She's going to bait it with the Iron Skin as Hyperion comes out. Look at the backside. Leoric trying to harass out the Sylvanas and the rest of the team, which will do enough to allow for the Nsomnia players to clear out this Punisher, saving yet another keep here.
Yeah, Nsomnia did rotate down during that fight to take the bottom fort, but with the keep being alive, keep much more important than the fort here. Oh, extremely quick camp clear there. A little bit of a benefit as red team backs off to safety. Blue team will get those camp, and they're advancing to look like a little bit of an invade, excuse me.
Yeah, they're tired of playing on the back foot. They want to be the aggressors now. You can tell they have this XP lead, and I think they maybe sense some blood in the water that Team Happy Cloud maybe, just maybe, been so confident in their team fights around the shrines, but not as confident in the team fights outside of those shrine areas. So looking for fights around those camps, I think that's exactly what Nsomnia needs to do, and I like seeing it.
Yeah, I think you really nailed it right there. That Happy Cloud has really strong objective control, but outside of that, they are a little bit weaker, and they're playing like they know it here. So doing a good job avoiding Nsomnia as they rotate to where the other team is not. These two teams playing a little bit of cat and mouse. Sonya realizes that she might be a little too far out. Will she make it out though?
Yeah,
Looks
she
like
made
she probably.
that long, safe rotation, almost even going into the shrine pit on the top lane. But more aggression coming out. Johanna going to find Sonya in the bush. Also nearby is Sylvanas. Should signal to Decker, Kane, and Raynor. Here they come. Remember, ETC has that stage dive, so he can be anywhere at any time. In fact, there he is, landing in right on top of that bruiser camp and scaring away the members of Nsomnia.
Yeah, really great zoning there. Didn't even have to fight. Just said, hey, please back off. This is our camp.
Two camps still available on the map. They're the bruiser camps right now, but with that one being taken away now by Team Happy Cloud from their own side of the map, it'll just be this last bruiser camp on the side of Nsomnia still available. And Solian, French, Atalia, Jamster, Psycho, yeah, the whole team, they're here. They want to make sure they get this, get their level 20 talents, and maybe finally win an objective here on Infernal Shrines.
Yeah, I think that they're looking to grab this level 20, and I would not be surprised if they start aggressively sharking for a kill here. Looks like they might find one on the Ferret. Maiev going in, trying to get the Umbra Bind.
Oh, there's Great Entomb. With level 20, that's the silence upgrade, so Sylvanas just cannot get out of that.
No. Good quick use of her Will of the Forsaken to give herself that movement speed and unstoppable, but not enough, because you cannot unstoppable through a wall.
Yeah, you don't see this pick too much, but here on Infernal Shrines, I think it makes sense for Leoric and just completing it. The Mithril Mace, along with that level 14 Spectral Leech, going to give him a bit more wave clear, a bit more auto attack damage onto some of these heroes, and a lot of credit. Jamster's been looking really good with the Entomb so far. We saw them not only offensively, but also defensively earlier in the game, as they're set up with a 30-second power play here with Sylvanas dead. This should be the first objective of the game for Nsomnia.
Yeah. Can they clear it before the red team makes it to their keep, though? This will be a scary play. Blue team, honestly, this fort way less important than keeping this top keep alive. Will they respond? Looks like Jamster thinking about retreating, but decides to go and clear this a little bit faster. What will be their choice as they clear this final minion? Looks like they will hold the shrine to go back to defend their core.
Yeah, No, they changed their mind on holding
Yeah.
it. Only going back is Kael'thas and Leoric. They clear it up, but they do lose their keep. This will be an Arcane Punisher. Pretty strong because it's 18 minutes and 45 seconds in. But is it going to be enough to get a keep? Stoic, I don't think it will be.
I don't think so either. With Sylvanas, the Rainer, they have so much burn on this. Definitely not going to get a keep. I think that, wow, Insomnia picks up their first objective. This is actually not going to be overall worth it in the structure economy.
Well, ETC playing away from the fight with that stage dive ready to go. Trying to push in that top lane. Now the stage dive coming in. Just going to clear out the remaining bits of this Punisher. The wall does fall. There's the Phoenix from Kael'thas as they're looking for a fight. Still no Blessed Shield yet from Johanna as she's avoiding that scroll of ceiling, now having to run away. Leoric having to run away. Psycho just going to speed boost him out. And yeah, Stoic, keep not down yet.
Yeah, interesting. Insomnia looking to see if they can pick up this camp on the way out to keep this lane pressure, knowing that that top lane is going to become a persistent issue. Sylvanas scouts this just a moment too late. Is now probably with this zone control, Insomnia could take both the other two camps in this little triangle. Ooh, Sonya with great zoning here, giving her a little whirlwind. Blue team quickly backs off, and camps are traded.
Hoping for your continued success.
Thank you, Lock Voltura. I don't know if everyone could hear that message. It was friendly words. The resubscription, my friend. Appreciate you being here. Already at 2 months. And the thank you went out to Arrow for that first gift subscription. You found yourself a new home, Lock. Glad to have you here all the time.
Gotta love gift subscriptions, baby.
The gifting is what makes the love happen, right?
That's what makes the world go around.
All right, so I mean, we're at a situation, Stoic, where, you know, one fight either direction could mean the end of the game, right? Bottom lane, it's pretty weak on the side of Team Happy Cloud, and top lane, as you can see, that keeps already down on the side of Insomnia. So I think if either team ends up winning a big fight, that could just be the end of the game right there.
Totally. But you know what I think here? I think Team Happy Cloud's got the right idea. Completely avoid Insomnia. They know they have structures up. I think they're going to be using the Sylvanas to lock down this either mid or top keep. Maybe. I don't think they need to fight on the objective here. I think they can be threatening these lanes.
Well, they have Hyperion again, and I wouldn't be surprised if Rainer just throws it out to help finish off some of this wall. Ooh, actually mistaken. Maiev going to threaten them away. And that'll be it. Yeah, they're just going to run out of here. Wait.
Yeah.
No? Oh, they maybe wanted it, and definitely Sylvanas did. She threw out the Wailing Arrow. Almost call it the Haunting Arrow.
Little decision from both of these teams we're seeing. As maybe it's coming from just respect, or just like the tensions are high as this match is pretty important as we approach the playoff season. But neither of these teams really wanting to fully commit to, other than that first objective, we haven't seen a really full-on W key, or full hard engage from either side.
This will be objective number 5? Number 5.
Yeah.
Level 22, level 22. I mean, like I said, this is still anyone's game from here. ETC's been the one late game, especially with this stage dive. Didn't opt for the upgrade at level 20. Instead, it's the Storm Shield for him. Setting up inside the shrine is Team Happy Cloud. There's the stage dive coming in. Only nicks onto a Johanna as Jamster inside there deep with this Leoric, trying to get some of those auto attacks off quickly. There's the Phoenix.
Blessed Shield goes out on the back of that Deckard Cain to interrupt that sleep, with the Hyperion coming down as well. Super strong zoning, lots of big circles and shapes from Team Happy Cloud.
I think there's opportunity to re-engage this now, Stoic. Here they're going to come. Jamster still holding on to an Entomb with the Silence upgrade. Just needs to find the target he wants. Going to connect that spooky hand onto the Sylvanas, but she's wind running away. F Barrett's going to be just fine. Now turning their focus onto Sonya. R275 Delta so sturdy with all those spins. This whirlwind build keeping him alive inside the shrine, getting extra healing off of all those minions. But now looking Entomb finally does come out. It's Deckard Cain falling. Sylvan is slow with Lucio and Chase. They pick up a double kill. Kael'thas down on the other side as Psycho desperately trying to support this team. Maiev down to 600 health. Should be able to escape out of there as the skeletal defenders still aren't fully collected.
Yeah, I mean, the blue team really has to make sure that they do not lose this objective if they all die here. Otherwise, this probably will be GG. ETC now getting stage dive again to stage dive in to land on this Johanna, or excuse me, this Leoric once again.
They get the Punisher.
Yeah, objective in favor of the red team. This will be very hard for them to stop this Arcane Punisher. With only 2 though alive from Team Havoc Cloud, maybe this is not going to find the damage they need.
Well, it's going to be stalled out in the lane, at least, by Leoric and Johanna, who are still very healthy. Lucio here. Rejuvenescencia picked up at level 16 means a bit of extra healing to these big health pool Johanna and Leoric heroes nearby. But they need help. Maiev, not necessarily the strongest at clearing these things out. Here comes Kael'thas to help save the day.
Interesting fight there. A little bit of, again, we're seeing the two teams kind of fighting in 2 locations rather than all together. We saw the Wookiee's cage on top, the Silence and Tomb on the bottom. Maybe some possible value combining them, or chaining them rather. Punisher falls. All the camps going to go in favor of Team Happy Cloud as they create that off-lane pressure. Or I guess not off-lane, but these are all the lanes. As they create that all the lane pressure. Still anyone's game though, with that objective kind of falling before the core.
I mean, they just got to look for a fight. All the camps are going to be gone, so it's going to be hard to find their opponents, but ETC showing in the bottom lane. Do they have the Entomb here? No, Leoric's not with them. So not a good way to keep ETC locked in without the Leoric's buried alive upgrade level 20 Entomb. Here comes Nsomnia trying to spear, will miss, and now Nsomnia maybe a bit exposed. Gonna back on towards the team. Leoric showing up, finds the Nsomnia. Does he want to go for it? Misses the Entomb. The first blemish on Jamster, but a big follow-up from Maiev and Kael'thas picking up the double on ETC and Sylvanas. They just need to stabilize from here, maybe pick up this Rainer. Yes, they will. Galaxy Quest is down. Or is he? There he goes. A triple kill for Nsomnia coming in a very late portion of this game. Long death timers. Stoic, can they close it out right now?
Oh, I don't know. This is tough. If you look at the lanes, taking a peek at this mini map here, lanes all very far to the left side. Johanna with an excellent Blessed Shield engaged to find those 3 kills, but they are going to have to spend the entirety of this remainder 30, 40-second death timer just pushing these lanes back out. But Nsomnia and Deckard Cain looking like they want to push onto the core. They got 2 catapults, which can do quite a bit of work.
Leoric's back in defense, but is that enough? With 2 catapults here, it might not be. Entomb is ready to go, so he can just lock this Nsomnia in if he wants. There it is, silenced inside, body blocked inside as well. Kael'thas here with the gravity lapse, R275 Delta still spinning, still healthy, and should be able to get right on out of here. That bottom lane keep did fall, and now if Nsomnia falls here, that could be trouble. There's the Blessed Shield trying to stall her out, but with Wrath of the Berserker popped, the cooldown reduction is potent. Finally falling at the end of all of it. 62 seconds till she's back up with the objective ready to go.
Yeah, you know, there was the Entomb was used as well as the Blessed Shield was used to confirm that kill. But you know what? At this late in the game, two heroic abilities for a kill is always worth it. Because both of those will be back up.
Looking at our XP totals, Leoric now sitting at 33,000 experience, based off of 258,000 siege damage. That's a lot of work, a lot of lanes, a lot of minions being soaked. And a very long one now as we're approaching the 28th minute of the game. Still, anyone can win this. A keep down on each side, now double bruiser camps pushing top lane. Gonna be a siege camp in the mid lane as well. Mortar Punisher for the bottom lane. And if this goes over to Nsomnia, which by all measures probably should with Nsomnia still dead, this is pushing onto an open lane.
Yeah, I mean, this is at almost 30 minutes. These Punishers just get so beefy. Hyperion coming in to see if they can, if Team Avatar can push them off. Blue team not quite There they go, engaging onto Brett Michaels. ETC getting solo. Storm Shield pop, but immediately gone through. Passing the bomb a little bit. Looks like Nsomnia will take this objective as they're only 9 away. Nsomnia now entering the fray.
Catapults on core. Look at this on the other side of the map. 2 of them locked in. Is it 2? Yeah, it's 2. I don't know if they're going to go down, but Sylvana sure will. There's the Phoenix thrown out from Kael'thas. Now Solian in trouble. They do pick up the Mortar Punisher, but if they lose any heroes, it could mean trouble. There's the barrier from Lucio. Now chasing down the Sonya. R275 Delta will fall again. Top lane's been cleared up by minions, and this should, by all accounts, be the end of the game. Their core stabilizes at 81%. This is a Mortar Punisher very late in this game on Infernal Shrines. Stoic, bring us home.
Yeah. Jamster there, clearing the way for the minions. John Cena jumps out of Galaxy Quest, who uses his Adrenaline Rush and will do himself with the help of OJ Juice. But with the blue team now congregating on this red core, the shields have now fallen. With 80% of this Punisher, Leoric smacking away, Solian doing work, Brett Michaels doing everything he can to stop it with that sound barrier coming out from Lucio. The core at 15-4-2-0%. Team Happy Cloud falls to the hands of Nsomnia in a 29-minute game on Infernal Shrine.
Wow. Probably the best Infernal Shrines map I've cast the entire season. Truly, that was a delight going back and forth the entire time. I don't think you could necessarily say one side was favored to do any better than the other. Oh my god, I look ridiculous on this screen right now with this shirt on. But very exciting the whole way. It could have gone either way, for sure.
Yeah, you know, really interesting there that on the back of those early objectives, red team looked like they were in a really strong position, right? They had a 3-structure advantage. Ultimately, they ended up turning that into they got a keep while they still had 4 built. It was the 4 structures to 2. But as the game went on, they kind of lost that war of attrition, as I think that Leoric just kept, for all the wave pressure they had, Leoric was able to respond. And then it looked like a little bit of indecision in, you know, when do we back? Do we send Sonya in? Do we send the Sonya and Deckard to duo the core? But ultimately, blue team kept their cool the whole time. And Leoric not dying once, neither Lucio. Ultimately, we're able to stall that out and turn things around.
Well, here's a look at the talent screen before we move on to a very short break. We're going to help set up this second game. Thank you, everyone, for being here. It's been an exciting one so far. Hopefully, you guys are excited at home as well. Hope you stay with us for game number 2. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back in. Thanks for hanging out with us today. How do I get you back? I gotta click this button. There we go. Hello. So we're in our lobby. Looks like map number 2, Towers of Doom. This is a fun one, Stoic.
Yeah, Towers of Doom always provides some fun gameplay. Just such a different map, without being able to just push a lane to get catapults on core. It always is something. It's always a breath of fresh air to see a game on Towers of Doom.
And we do have a new player entering. It's Sweet Buns on the side of Team Happy Cloud, making the substitute in for. Who might it have been? Brett Michaels, Ferret, Delta, Galaxy Quest is still here. I don't know who we're missing. But they're subbing in Sweet Buns.
Yeah. Was it for... I do not know.
Oh, OJ. OJ Juice.
OJ Juice.
OJ Juice.
How could we forget OJ Juice?
How could we forget? Played the Deckard Cain in game number 1, so potentially some sort of role swap here. Sweet Bun says, normally we have OJ, but he left our 5-stack for the special occasion of a 3-stack. Okay.
Interesting.
Interesting. And we're just going to wait on one more player to join us here in this lobby. Thank you during that game number 1. Some gifted subs coming out, and then the full sub from Lock Voltura. You're now a true member of the family, Lock.
Don't have stats on the Storm on my computer right now, so I'm not able to see the full match history for Insomnia, so I can't really... I know they've played this map before, I just don't know the results.
We can talk about the division standings right now. Division A East. Entering tonight's matchup, Insomnia in 7th place with 7 points. Team Happy Cloud in 9th place with 5 points. Opportunity to at least... Well, I guess now they can't tie, right? If they walk away with 2, Insomnia walks away with 1. So at the end of this, Insomnia will still have that standings lead over Team Happy Cloud. But, you still walk away with the 2-1 victory. You're going to feel good at the end of the night. So still a lot on the line here for THC.
Definitely. Totally. They could win. They could pull 2 more points, which puts them in 7th place. No, it'd be tied for 7th place. Well, Insomnia currently now going to be tied for 5th. Possibly, if they win 1 more, could move significantly up in the standings.
All the way to first
to
place.
Be tied for first place. Wow, so there's a lot on the line here for Insomnia. Insomnia, who started the season very strong, I feel, has a chance now to be back on top of this leaderboard.
You said it best. Chance to be back on top of this leaderboard. I'm gonna try to fix your cameras a little bit here. I got it like ultra wide.
Oh, sorry,
No, you're good. It's just on my end. I just had to crop you in a bit. Looks much better now.
Thank you. Happening.
Red team will be banning first. That's Team Happy Cloud, just as they did in game number 1, I believe, right? Or no, they picked game number 1, Infernal Shrines. This is the pick from Insomnia. And there's the ban onto Maiev. A bit of respect coming out.
Solian, extremely impactful there. Great value, great poke, great engages and good binds. So definitely makes sense to me.
Yeah, sometimes it felt like it took a while to bring the full synergy together, so to speak. They, big fights and the big moments around the objectives, they weren't able to get it done. But when it mattered most, Maiev really helped secure those 2 kills at the end of the game, which set them up for that last Punisher and that last push to win.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Zool ban again makes sense. Zool on every map, even when Zool can't get the double soak off, he's still such a presence. And on this map where he can, makes sense that the blue team does not want to deal with a Zool.
And now banning out their own support was played by OJ Juice in game 1. Deckard Cain banned out by THC.
Yeah, interesting. As they have first pick, shows they don't want to prioritize Deckard, but worried about what he could do. Seeing a Deckard ban, is that a respect ban? I do not know. Or does it reveal a strategy they're looking to go to? Ooh, I like the Samuro ban here.
Yeah, maybe smelling a bit of that Gouda. Banning out the old orc, Samuro, the Blade Master. Leaves open the Rhaegar, which was banned out in game number 1 by THC. It's available this time for Delta.
Yeah, you know what? Banning that Samuro there shows really good scouting from Team Insomnia. Sweet Buns played Samuro on this map against Sky 5 with that Samuro Abathur combo that is so deadly.
3 seconds for Solian to make the decision on these first 2 heroes. Do they go back to Johanna? Yes, they do. This time it'll be Malthael for Jamster.
Yeah, you know, Rhaegar was banned in game 1, if I'm not mistaken.
By THC.
Oh, strange. So they ban Rhaegar, and then they take Rhaegar, and they take Decker, then they ban Rhaegar. So interesting pick here. They obviously want to determine the way this game goes on the back of supports. So we'll see what's going to pair with this Rhaegar. Will it be a Bloodlust?
Tassadar? We've seen a couple Tassadars, not too many. I like it here on this map in particular. Able to help really block out a few of those choke points with those force walls. Not a bad look for Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, no, definitely. Showed the capability to micro in the last game. Tassadar, a pretty fragile hero, but with an incredible poke and damage output. I think Galaxy Quest could drive this one for a win. Banning it from the Greymane. Greymane and Tassadar is not a bad combo, as Tassadar zaps him, gets him low, and Greymane says, tasty snack for dinner.
I'm curious why they ban out the Greymane when they have the Malthael. I think those 2 heroes have such great synergy together with the Cursed Bullet and the Last Rites. Banning out the Greymane in a spot like this when you might want someone to help you take these camps on Towers of Doom, knowing you have the next 2 picks. I don't know if I necessarily agree with that ban, but we'll see what they're thinking. Maybe it's something even spicier. Dare I say, could it be something like a Cho'Gall even here on Towers of Doom could make sense?
Yeah, I did not consider the fact that they have the next pick and banning that Greymane, which Insomnia loves to play. Greymane and Thrall are 2 often picks for them. Haven't seen either yet. There's the Stukov. Raynor now being played by French. Got me puzzling on the Greymane ban now.
I mean, Raynor good, especially if he wants to go Exterminator here on this map, but Greymane may be better than Raynor in that role, taking the camps. At least for me, I think so, when you consider who your offlaner is going to be with that Malthael, like I said. But they made the decision, they stick with it. It's going to be Raynor and Stukov. Now, final 2 picks for THC. They go with Vala and the Dino. Dahaka picked up for Bret Michaels.
Let the games begin.
Medivh picked up by Solian. Flexing chops there on the complicated heroes in Maiev and Medivh both. But interesting draft coming out for our red team. Could very well be a very scary Bloodlust comp. But into a Johanna and Stukov, looks like blue team has the disengage necessary to shut that right down.
Well, once again, I got to go back to you guys in chat and ask you who will win game number 2. You can vote now for Insomnia or Team Happy Cloud by going to the chat up at the top, select the team you want to win, and make sure you hit the submit button. Game 1, you guys picked Insomnia. You were right on the money. Already I see at least 1 vote flying in for them. Stoic, your opinion, I don't need it. I see which team has Johanna. Is that all it really ends up being?
It usually does, but a team that drafts around a Johanna, I think, is in a good spot. And I think that what we saw from Insomnia last game, I think if they perform the same, I think they take this game 2 on Towers of Doom.
There you go. In chat, Thales the Tail. I think that's how it's pronounced. Thales the Tail. I am Dahaka. Okay. Glad you're Dahaka. I'm Dahaka too. Nice to meet you. Game number 2, Towers of Doom. Welcome to the stage. Here is Psycho playing the Stukov. Logicalia once again on Johanna. There's French playing the Stars and Stripes Raynor. Jamster on the Malthael, and up in the sky is Solian on the Medivh. Make some noise for Insomnia.
And looking to come back in this series, THC down 1 map, but looking strong here in game 2 is Bret Michaels playing Dahaka, F Ferret, excuse me, playing Vala. R275 Delta playing Rhaegar. Galaxy Quest on Tassadar. And Muradin played by Sweet Buns.
Sweet Buns on the budget Happy Cloud, okay? That's not the real Happy Cloud, Sweet Buns. I see you. I'm gonna zoom on out and show you guys our level 1 talents. It'll be the Haka going into the enhanced agility. That's signaling to me a bit of double soaking potentially out of Brett Michaels. On the other side, it will not be the Exterminator. Won't be able to help Raynor get any cancer. Instead, it's Ace in the hole as you see French trying to find the first kill. There's a good force wall from Tassadar. But the Medivh is there with a portal. Everyone's going to be safe. Still no first blood, Stoic.
Yeah, team's rotating down now. Red team with priority. Muradin in a bush, looking to maybe get on this Raynor who sees some free damage. Won't quite find it though. His French is low, but not in pick potentials. Psycho keeping his team quite healthy again. Ooh, spicy Medivh play here as they're jumping in and out of portals. Medivh though stunned for a moment. The portal expires. Solely entrapped now as Sweet Buns is body blocking.
Oh,
Tassadar with a wall.
Still in trouble, still in chase. Sweet Buns trying to find a Storm Bolt. They find it. There you go. Portal down. Maybe a little late. Stukov's out anyway. First blood of the game. It belongs to Team Happy Cloud. Make it 2 as Raynor tries face tanking a Tassadar. Woo. I don't know if that was worth it.
What an excellent first blood. I mean, oftentimes these kills have stories, but you had to love that. The Medivh stunned right the moment before he's jumped in the portal. As it expires, survives for another 14 or so seconds, but just barely not able to get that last into the portal. Wow, excellent.
So I don't want to discredit OJ Juice, who played in game number 1. But I will say this, Sweet Buns is a fantastic player, and I feel like perhaps THC getting a bit of a boost here in game number 2, knowing they're back with their squad they're comfortable playing with, and Sweet Buns being at the main tank position, playing this Muradin in game 2, it's already looking significantly better than what I saw to them in game 1.
There you go, is Sweet Buns, the secret weapon. Camps here facing off. Closer to the blue team side. Tassadar getting so much damage from those Qs. Team's kind of just skirting around.
Yeah, I like the Stukov on this map to help shut down the Sappers, but if it comes out a bit too early, they're not charging yet. Doesn't necessarily lock them down, but they are able to clear them out anyway. There's going to be another force wall from Tassadar. Not opting for the electric fence this time. It's Plasma Shield picked up at level 4. It'll be our first alter phase just 10 seconds away. Medivh gonna set up some vision, but who really has the advantage here? I think it's got to be THC with that Dahaka.
They definitely can respond to these team fights faster, and his Malthael not quite starting the challenge at the same moment. Jamster will be just a little bit slower. Brett Michaels instantly burrowing down.
Here comes Dahaka out of the bush, looking for a drag, finds it onto the Medivh. Solely now at 20% health, has to back out as well as Stukov. He'll be the first to fall in the fight. Now Logicali is surrounded. Johanna, though, will be able to escape. Now channeling that bottom altar is Rhaegar, and it's going to be the old 2-for-1 in favor of THC.
You know, that good play on both sides. You saw good positioning, but at the end of the game, it was a numbers game. Dahaka was there, about 8 seconds faster than Malthael was, even with the value coming out of Pale Horse, and that made all the difference.
Yeah, Brushstock a little faster than the horse.
It's very true. Teleporting is much faster.
Another good wall. Raynor on the wrong side of it, but no follow-up from Muradin. There's going to be a missed Storm Bolt as Johanna's here. Pretty low on health. But with THC backing out, it won't matter. Level 7s now for both sides as the cleanse picked up for Rhaegar. That's going to help a lot up against this Johanna later on. And what else do we see? It's going to be Subdue selected for Johanna, so a bit of a feast or famine, but maybe not too much of a famine even if she doesn't complete the quest.
Yeah, you know, just that value on an 80% slow is just, it's a stun. And all you have to do is hit 2 people, and as Johanna, you're oftentimes going to be doing that anyway. As here, she steps up, looking for the 2. Possibly an opportunity to get a value right there, as she does, finds that extreme slow. Sweet Buns so low. One more basic attack would have done it.
Oh, man. That said 15 health. My overlay said 50. Like, what? How do you get any lower?
The altars rise again.
You pretty much can't. Any damage would have done it.
Here comes Muradin again after using that fountain and a bit of the second wind. looking to engage on this team, picking up 11 stacks already on Perfect Storm. Second altar phase active in 10 seconds with Dahaka playing up top. Here comes Malthiel down earlier this time, knowing they don't want to play at a numbers disadvantage. Looking for the fight on top of Delta, but Rhaegar's going to be fine. They're just going to wait for their Dahaka to show up. Good force wall, locking away a few heroes, but only temporarily. Johanna able to scoot by. Now Dahaka still soaking mid. No one channeling yet. Still just kind of looking at it.
Yeah, this gives Medivh also time to clear up those sappers that were still pushing in that bottom lane.
Not the strongest wave clearing. Going to leave Raynor open potentially to take enough damage to kill him. No force of will yet from Medivh. Still waiting for a good target here. Pretty good poke we've seen out of this Tassadar. Galaxy Quest playing this hero to perfection. Might be able to lock in this Stukov. Do they have a force wall? Yes, they do. Psycho on the wrong side of it. Can he get out? There's Sweet Buns looking for the stun. Hasn't gotten it yet. Tassadar with the finish. 4th kill of the game for THC, but they finally lose a Dahaka.
Ferret, great cleanse there, reducing that stun. Sweet Buns also picked up here by the Johanna. Red team now, a little bit of shambles, escaping. Galaxy Quest standing strong with that resonance beam, but Willie forced it back as F Ferret and RCB Light Delta both quite low on health and mana. This objective goes in favor of the blue team.
Jamster back to soaking mid. It'll be Nsomnia now with a bit of an XP lead. Half level for them as they have the heroic talents. The other side, yeah, they don't have them yet. Dahaka, though, doing a pretty good job, and I want to show you these XP totals. About 3,000 XP behind the Malthiel currently. Even with the help of this enhanced agility, still struggling to get up and down these lanes as fast as that Pale Horse.
Yep, Dahaka here looking to rotate and grab these minions, just ignoring. Sweet Buns looking for possibly a flank. He commands this bush. Here he comes in, looking at that Solium. Finds the stun. Oh, excellent CC chain, and oh my gosh, just absolutely deleted there.
That stack's reset too. Stukov in trouble. Psycho can't get away. Low mobility. Didn't have the swipes available either. So a double kill for THC, going to set them up very nicely in this bottom lane. Their sappers are available to get, but they want to grab this fort first. Raynor in defense, but he has Raynor's Raider, not the Hyperion, which would be a great disengage tool in this moment. But without it, not too much he's going to be able to do outside of just throw out some auto attacks and hope not to get shot by Tassadar. So far, so good, however, as they do make the defense onto this keep.
Still alive here, just getting damage out. His Tassadar's getting kind of low.
Haymaker, what? I didn't even notice. Murden picked up Haymaker. I just heard it.
Sweet Buns, showing us how it's done.
Yeah, come through this portal. I'm gonna punch you. Double altar phase. Top one being picked up by Malthiel right away, and that will be secured. So extending the lead here. Actually picked up the lead for the first time, I think, of Nsomnia. Here comes a big leyline seal hitting 5 targets. Is there a follow-up condemned? Yes, there is from Logicalia. Still didn't complete that subdue as Johanna's gonna fall. Now turning their focus onto Stukov. Psycho able to back up. Malthiel looking great, getting a lot of sustain as well as that force of will, keeping him alive through some damage. They turn it around, making a double kill on their side. Raynor falls, however. Vala pretty low, getting supported now by Rhaegar as both teams still trying to fight over this. There's the Bloodlust. Chasing down this Malthiel. Tassadar, can you get the finish? Yeah, they get 2 of them and lose their Vala. But this might be all 5 heroes down by the end of it. Bye-bye. Johanna just now respawning, but that ended up being all 5 dead.
Mega kill in favor of Team THC. Tying up this game, 28-28, as kills are 11-5 in favor of THC. Wow.
Taking a peek at our kill count, 3 for Vala, 3 for Tass, 3 for Murden. On the other side, it's the support Stukov leading the way with 2 kills. But a lot of deaths currently for Psycho. Not able to stay alive, a bit low mobility. Now maybe playing too aggressive. Murden's going to find it. Can he get behind with the Haymaker? Yes, he can. Stukov in a tough spot, but there's a portal from Medivh to save the day. Now turning it around, they find Dahaka. Silence is down. Can he make it out? Brett Michaels says, yes, I can. No deaths in the fight, but it will be a Merc camp handed over, stolen away actually by THC.
Yeah, as blue team responds to this one, red team will probably get the other for free. Not wanting to leave those sappers to go do damage on this fort. Medivh flying over to get this vision. Has leyline seal, but probably should not use it and did not. Blind coming up from Johanna.
Oh, he's looking for it again. There's the wall. They want the Stukov. The swipes are there that time after the Stormbolt did not connect from Sweet Buns. Sappers approaching bottom lane. This is going to be pressure that has to be dealt with. Who will be responsible for it? Looks like it might be Raynor, but actually the whole team going to stay nearby, making sure these don't connect. They need to retain possession of this bottom lane fort, or else it's very detrimental here on Towers of Doom. Also looking for a fight at mid. Malthael getting punched away by Sweet Buns. Will be double alter in 8 seconds. Is this a gentleman's agreement, Stoic?
Sweet Buns says, no, no, no. He's sharking around, seeing who can find. Gets a Stormbolt on a Jamster, and the Tassadar in the Vala follow-up. So much damage coming out. Johanna looking quite low. Once that Iron Skin expires,
the Haka coming backside. They see the things coming in. Brett Michaels looking for the drag. Throws out that isolation first onto Raynor. But hey, he can turn around and still auto-attack, trying to get some damage in. They lose their Malthael. Now French in big trouble because the stun is there. French is down. Bye-bye Raynor. Not enough follow-up from Stukov with that silence. Looks like Murden's going to be able to channel off yet another altar, giving a 8-shot lead. And with a boss nearby, they can go for that as well. They're not going to decide to, but an 8-shot lead for THC, looking very strong here in game 2.
Oh, like that was shout out to Nsomnia though. Those portals kept it from being another mega kill in favor of THC, as they are looking extremely commanding in these team fights.
Our tunnel has just opened on the middle of the map. We'll see if any heroes dare walk through it, but not having vision up there doesn't make it the easiest thing to do. Bottom lane's been the priority, and there they go once again. THC trying to finally collect this. There's Rhaegar diving in deep with Logicalia nearby. Psycho as well as Solian. Rhaegar could be in a tough spot as Sweet Buns gonna have to jump in to save the day. Can they get the... Oh my god. That health bar could not stand to even look at us. It's like, I just need to go run and hide, health bar. Bye-bye.
Wow. This bottom fort looking pretty low as red team again is going to steal this camp. Medivh sees it. Scouts it out, providing excellent vision for his team here. Walla going to back in this bush, but scouted by Medivh, who's going to B-step her way to a bush and hearth safely. Sappers go in. Just
so Stoic, after seeing this, right? We talked about the Raynor versus the Greymane in the draft. In my opinion, from what I've seen so far, Raynor with the Medivh maybe gets them a bit more value. They're not able to dive in at all. They're not able to finish off any kills unless the Malthael is willing to do it himself. But like a Greymane, you can get value with the Force of Will from a Medivh. Dive in deep knowing you have that extra layer of protection. Raynor not necessarily ever going to need that, playing backline so much. Here's Galaxy Quest in trouble. Sweet Bun's able to save the day. Archon form popped by Tassadar. And he'll be able to walk away with the help of that Haymaker. Yet another objective picked up by THC. Make it 2 as F Ferret, looking to channel this bottom side, does get it in time. And even a kill out the Stukov and Raynor. Oh, I think this is the beginning of the end.
I think you're definitely right here. These heroes continue to fall. If Logicalia goes down here, this is going to be escape due to the Force of Will. Now, back to your question, I'm thinking about this still. I think that maybe the idea was that Malthael can get the value from Force of Will, safe in the back line, as Malthael picks up a kill onto Tassadar with that last rites. Medivh, leyline seal to pull things off. Jamster looking to escape. Murden jumps in with the Stormbolt.
Oh,
not gonna let it. Johanna with the condemn.
Bloodlust pops
Safety.
defensively. Yeah, you don't see a lot of defensive Bloodlust. That might have been one right there. Long cooldown for Rhaegar. But keeping that Murden alive, maybe not a horrible idea.
Yeah, Murden doing a good job in this game of keeping that damage high keeping those heroes stunned. You know, I think maybe the idea was they didn't want to have Malthael and Greymane diving against a, you know, possibly shield build Rhaegar into a Muradin and a Haka. Maybe wanting to save all in maybe on that dive target.
Then you just go Circle of Protection.
That's true. You get the double value there.
I mean, if that's the concern, I mean, Greymane, he can stay in ranged form. You just got to be in there for the finish and a good first bullet from Malthael to help set up a kill. They've had great setups from the Medivh. I mean, the Leyline Seals, they've hit multiple targets almost every single time. But is there enough follow-up there? So far, I don't see it. Here's Johanna getting punched into a fort. Armor reduction, but Ironskin keeping her up for now. Malthael shows up. The Haka's still not here. As Sweet Bun's trying to play as aggressive as possible. Gonna leap away that time with the Dwarf Toss and start setting up this Rhaegar on the point. Chasing around his Jamster, trying to stall this out. Has one. Will they have another? Oh man, this could be trouble. The Haka's still not here. Might be looking for it. Here comes the Brush Stalk in. Gonna be next to this Medivh. Finds the isolation onto Raynor, and it hits multiple targets because level 20's here. Leyline Seal gonna shut down this Bloodlust. Oh my god, that Leyline Seal really swung it around, but it's a 1-for-1 so far. Dahaka falls. Jamster pretty low on the backside. Still living with the Malthael until finally going down. It is a full mega kill. Can they 6-cap from here, Stoic?
Yeah, it looks like they think they can as well as they go. Sweet Bun's going to lead the way. Fair going to clear this wave to make sure they have that help from the minions as they let the wave crash top. Does Leyline Seal does Bloodlust still tick while Leyline Seal goes?
That's a great question that I don't know the answer to. I also don't know if Gladiator's War Shout was picked up in time before that Bloodlust went off. You do see it was grabbed at level 20, but they had literally just gotten 20 as that was happening. I did notice that the Dahaka picked up Contagion at 20 because I saw the Silence hit multiple targets as the 6-cap is complete. Sweet Bun's going to get the channel. Should be enough to win this game number 2. Boss available as well, but it shouldn't matter. A couple more shots will close it out. There's one. Can they get the final one? Yes, they can. Here it comes. Game number 2. Going to be handed over to Team Happy Cloud.
Yeah, I think the Leyline Seal there was a good disengage, but I think that when those heroes came back online, Bloodlust was still going, and Blue Team should have taken that moment to reset, kind of reposition, because once that Leyline Seal was ended, the Blue Team just evaporated under that Vala, Tassadar damage.
Yeah. So if you guys are not here yet, and your friends might not be here yet, tell them to tune in because game number 3 is up next. What a win there in game 2 with the help of the substitute player coming in, Sweet Buns, or I'd assume the main roster player, right? So making their return to this roster in place of OJ Juice, who played that game 1. THC looked much stronger and much more confident there on Towers of Doom. Let's take a look at our talent screen before we move on to our break. A couple GGs coming out in chat from Psycho. Another great game. This div is full of them. I couldn't agree more. Stay tuned. More NGS action after this break. And welcome back, viewers. Game number 2 was a blast, a spectacle indeed on Towers of Doom. Game 1, just as good. So we've had 2 thrillers so far. Game 3 underway. Stoic, who has the edge at this current moment?
Well, that's a good question. I was just thinking about how overall in the series, these two teams feel very well matched. I mean, Team Happy Cloud looked really strong in Game 2, but Insomnia just commanded those team fights in Game 1. So, I'm not really sure here. It's a close call. I think both teams have shown that they can draft a solid comp and execute on it. I think it's really going to come down to a best of one, Game 3, out who can make it happen. I can't give the edge. I'm excited. We're going to see something. It's going to go one way, but not the other, but I can't tell you which.
Well, we just got our lobby created. Link is in the NGS chat. I'm going to have to ask them to swap sides for us.
Cool.
Make sure we have it all set up so everyone at home can remember who's who. But I don't know. I think just bringing in Sweet Buns has completely changed this Team Happy Cloud roster and their confidence levels. Game 2, just every single team fight, they didn't seem to be playing with the same fear they had in Game 1 in some of those late game situations. They were, of course, able to win those objective fights early on Infernal Shrines, but anything outside of those shrine pits, it didn't seem like was going their way in game number 1. But game 2, a completely different story. They were fighting anywhere on the map at any moment of the game and seemed to have their will in almost every single one of those fights.
Yeah, as I'm thinking about this, it might also be because of the laning distribution. In game number 1, we had ETC oftentimes in that off lane, getting that split soak, which meant that they couldn't have these snap fights in the way that you can with the Muradin. Muradin, having that Q almost always up, can just instantly say, all right, here's the target, they're stunned, let's kill it. But ETC, if ETC's in the offlane, it takes a second to fly over there and do his cow thing in the air. So maybe that was the difference. Maybe it was Sweet Buns as a player. We'll see if they can pull it off again in game number 3, completing the reverse sweep.
I will say the Dahaka play also pretty spectacular as well, showing up at all the right times, able to land those isolations. The Contagion post 20 was really good to help win that crucial fight in the bottom lane. Got value even early in the game, picking up that first objective, making the brush stalk down, and able to help secure the second out of those 3. Really gave them the lead and the momentum throughout the entire game. I think Dahaka was a power pick. Does it translate to a map like Alterac Pass? Maybe it does.
Yeah, I think the things we saw here coming out of THC can definitely apply on Alterac. That team fight was changed, and Alterac has those 30, 40, 50, 60-second team fights during the channeling of the objective. So I think I still don't want to give an edge to either team, but momentum definitely in favor here of THC. Almost was Insomnia stealing game 1 back, but THC taking game 2. We'll see if they continue that reverse sweep or Insomnia closes out what they started.
Third straight ban onto this hero, Zool, not wanting to be seen by Insomnia all throughout tonight. Other side, they've been a bit different. 6 different bans throughout our first 2 maps. This will be the second time we see the ban onto Maiev, however. This really worked for them in game 2. Because that game 1 Maiev was very strong from Solian. Had to play the Medivh in game number 2. And that'll be a ban on Abathur. We saw the ban on Samuro last game, but this time targeting the Slug.
1 second, Murder.
Sure.
What's up?
Are you casting?
Yeah.
Oh, when?
It's almost over.
My girl wants to see you. So can you come down after?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if you gotta go, I can
No,
finish
I'm
up
good.
if you want. Not a big deal.
I'm good. I'm here.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
Summer was just curious what was taking so long, but these games are just so close.
Yeah, we started at 9 o'clock. It's almost 10:30. Likely going to end up going the 2 hours here as we see Deckard Cain once again banned out by THC. This is the same strategy they had for game number 2. Will it continue to work? And will we see this Johanna for the 3rd game in a row with the first pick? No, they want Jamster on the Dahaka, stealing it away from THC.
Yeah. Dahaka really was a good pick there on Towers of Doom, able to do the split. So, ooh, sweet buns on Samuro.
They leave it open.
Yeah.
That's what happens. They banned out the Abathur. Was that the wrong play? Allowing Samuro to be picked up. You know, typically for me, I feel like the Samuro not necessarily a great pick in the absence of the Abathur. But in the right hands, I've been proven wrong before. And Sweet Buns, the way he looked in game 1, doesn't have me worried one bit. There's Johanna for the 3rd game in a row for Logicalia. And Solian, sticking with all these high skill cap heroes, goes from the Maiev to the Medivh and now on to the Zeratul. What are your thoughts there, Stoic?
Oh, man. This is going to be tough because Zeratul, kind of comes online at 7 and then really online at 16. We'll see if they can ride out this map where I think actually like early game on Alterac I think is so important because you can get so much value from this cavalry. So I don't know if I like Zeratul can instantly delete a hero at 20. We'll see if they can ride this wave out to get to that real power spike where Zeratul comes online.
Monkus Beaver in chat saying Dahaka for Sam Rhaegar is not a good trade, so not agreeing with the choice there for Nsomnia as they see ETC being their final ban. Gonna be 2 picks here for THC. Game 2, they had that Tastar look really good. The Vala looked really good. Maybe we see the Tas again. I think can pair in nicely with Samuro to kind of lock targets. That way he's able to auto attack for longer because they can't run away. Wouldn't hate the Tassadar pick here. For tank, they had the Muradin, but with Sweet Buns playing the Samuro, or at least showing the Samuro, do they go back to Muradin? So far, no. It's going to be Deathwing grabbing that global, and Jaina, bit of frost and fire here.
Yeah, interesting. Huh? Does French just pick up Greymane here? I mean, Cursed Bullet onto Deathwing gets free damage.
Oh, they didn't want to play it in game 2. I mentioned it there multiple times. Would be a good spot here, but is it enough Wombo with the Zeratul? Back to the Rainer. And Tyrande picked up for Psycho. This is not a support you see every day.
No, Tyrande Solian obviously ready to practice this. Because Rainer could penetrating round somebody out of Tyrande's stun, as it is quite a difficult skill shot to hit. Sometimes because your team messes it up for you. So this is something that Nsomnia has played frequently, the Tyrande. So we'll see if they can pull it out, as they're pulling out all the stops with the Zeratul, Tyrande. Blaze coming in as the main tank, played by Brett Michaels for Team Happy Cloud. They've got lots of fire. They got some ice. They got some teeth here.
They do have some orcs. Look at that.
Yeah.
Chat, what are your thoughts on these drafts? It's time to participate in our broadcast this evening. Go ahead and place your votes for your Game 3 winner. Will it be Nsomnia or will it be Team Happy Cloud? The poll is open in chat right now. Stoic, what are we to think after seeing that game number 2 out of THC? Who's going to win this?
Oof, man. I can't vote against Johanna. I just can't do it.
You can't do it.
Momentum strongly on THC's side. They have a strong hero like Deathwing. They have the most annoying hero in the game in Samuro. But, I mean, Zeratul, Blaze has only got a couple of peels. And if Zeratul gets onto a Jaina pre-ice block, I mean, good night.
Introducing for the final time tonight, coming out of the blue corner, it's Psycho on Tyrande. Jamster going to play the Dahaka. Solian on Zeratul. French playing that Rainer for the 2nd time. And for the 3rd game in a row, Logicalia on the Johanna. Make some noise for Nsomnia.
And on the red team, winning game number 2, looking to complete the reverse sweep, is Brett Michaels on Blaze. Sweet Buns on Samuro. R275 Delta playing the Rhaegar, F Ferret on Jaina, and Galaxy Quest playing Deathwing. It is Team Happy Cloud.
And Lock Voltura with the hydrate request in chat. I got you drinking it right now. Level 1 talents up on the screen. Anything sticking out to you, Stoic?
Looks relatively standard for me. Raynor going with the stacking veteran marksman rather than ace in the hole. I think that makes sense here. We'll see, though, if he can find the damage to stack. He's looking at wanting to get, 30, 40, 50 stacks of that before it really comes online for him.
And Nsomnia, you're probably going to see those merciless strikes later on, but already showing Way of the Blade. A strong hero when in the right hands. Do they have enough tools to lock down heroes? Apply enough slows from something like the Jaina to keep targets within range for Sweet Buns to get those auto attacks off on. That's really the difficult part as a Nsomnia player. We'll have plenty of opportunity here in game number 3 to see if that's going to end up being the case.
Nsomnia neglecting the wave bottom as he just gets that free damage into the fort and invisibly walks away. Zeratul finding that W, getting Sweet Buns pretty low. Nsomnia will speed his way out of there for a escape. Both teams now opting to get their camps right at that 1 minute mark.
A little bit quicker, it's going to be THC. They sent the Rhaegar over earlier. They got Jaina along with it. Pretty good wave clear, pretty good combo there. Other side still struggling to finish that. Raynor and Tyrande with those auto attacks coming out. Top lane, though, we haven't talked about this yet. Dahaka versus Deathwing. Dragon versus Dino. And so far, Galaxy Quest appears to be stomping.
Yeah.
Quite literally, actually.
Yeah, Jamster looking quite zoned out. B-stepping, though, saying, you might have the fire breath, but I have this beautiful pink armor, and you can't mess with me.
That is the best skin, by the way. The Dahaka skin.
Oh, by
It's
far.
glorious.
One of the best skins in the game.
You got it. Mid lane, we got siege camps in both directions. Good stun there from Tyrande onto Brett Michaels, but Blaze will be safe back behind the wall, as well as F. Ferret, both going to potentially use their well taps. Unless Blaze doesn't have one, he might be looking at trying to go back to base to get that mana refill. Good stun from Tyrande yet again. Stacking up now that Lunar Blaze at level 4. 2 stacks already. And our first objective just announced. Stoic, bottom side of this map. We feel as though it's going to favor either side.
I would say it favors the side of Dahaka because he has the global and can split soak, but so does Deathwing. Both of these heroes in top lane here at any time can just say, I'm out. So I think that this will be pretty even. I'm not actually smart enough to tell you with the camp shape which team that favors, but it probably favors one.
Oh!
It definitely favors THC because Raynor just got picked off by an excellently timed combo between Brett Michaels and F. Ferret.
Here comes Nsomnia, going to be really good at clearing out these minions. Can actually cap it by himself with the help of the clones. There it goes, picked up very quickly. But being stalled out by some of those minions. Now the other side, Logicali and Solian able to switch it back to the blue team's possession. Deathwing still up top, Dahaka still up top. No level 7s yet for either team, but it's another siege camp coming out from the side of THC. On the other side, they're just moments away from grabbing their siege camp as well. Will there be another engage onto this prison from Nsomnia after he clears out this mid-wave, now with level 7 talents? Will be the cleanse for the second game in a row from Delta. And here goes Sweet Buns trying to find this channel as well as Rhaegar. Can he get it? No. Lunar Flare there yet again from Tyrande.
Yeah, team will finally get that channel, getting a little bit of lead. Only about 5 seconds here, though. 6-6. It's slowly going up, and slowly will zone them away. If you ever wonder why getting camps at 1 minute is so important, it's so you can get them again during this first objective phase on Alterac Pass. We're seeing the camps again crash, both teams level 7. Neither having a significant advantage now going into this first objective, continuing rather, into this first objective.
Shout out in chat, new follower, what a pal. Thanks for stopping in. What a pal indeed. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Still the first objective here in game number 3 between Nsomnia and THC. Deathwing gonna fall from the sky, finding Dahaka and Johanna nearby. Gonna need some support from the team. There's a jet propulsion, but the iron skin from Johanna gonna allow Logicali to continue trying to walk away, but now under pressure will fall, becoming the second kill of the game for Nsomnia. There's a big cataclysm now, as I don't think Dahaka can get out of this. Jamster in a lot of trouble, turning around as Deathwing for the double kill. THC on the board in a big way.
Yeah, some B-steps now coming out. These teams, it's a tight battle. Psycho almost falling there, but does survive. Objective 1 almost certainly goes in favor here of THC after a commanding fight, finding 2 kills. That Deathwing getting so much value, unstoppable, unbreakable, and huge. Oh, 0.8 seconds, but the channel does the finish.
Jaina's going to pay with her life here. A bit too overzealous without a tank nearby. Going to get some free damage off onto Galaxy Quest as well, but this will be the first objective of the game. It is in favor of THC, and Deathwing, yeah, he can walk away. Nothing can stun this boy.
Quick start on Samuro, grabbing that camp. Wow.
Yeah, third of the game. Good timing from them. The other side, they weren't able to grab their siege camp, so that's going to be a nice advantage for THC moving forward through this game. Now just moments away from level 10. And they got the Samuro top lane up against the Haka. A bit of a change as we saw the Deathwing up here before.
Bunker, Water Elemental, Element Roar, Illusion Master, and Ancestral Healing coming out of red team as far as ults go. Deathwing is fire blasting right onto this mid fort. F Ferret stepping a little bit. Logicalia finds some damage. The fort also takes a couple of shots. Looks like mid fort will fall. Psycho, excellent job there, stacking that Lunar Blaze. Deathwing Fear will for
coming
sure.
out from Deathwing, but still no kills. Bunker's dropped as the fort falls. Water Elemental also on the ground from F Ferret. Can they finish off anything here? No. French able to sidestep, throwing out some disengage with that Hyperion as well. Zeratul looking for anything, finds Jaina, trying to flash back in, but with Rhaegar nearby, F Ferret's going to be just fine. I do want to say a quick thank you in chat. Dale's the tail hitting that follow button. I've seen you out there during this evening's broadcast. Thank you for finally hitting that button. Do appreciate it. And welcome to the family.
Not finding that kill, possibly because he chose Void Prism rather than the Might of an Arazine. So not able to get that second proc of damage, but rather setting up for these more teamfight kills. Possibly looking for a Void Prism into... Ooh, Johanna has not picked her ult.
Moving it back. You know what? I think the Falling Sword might make sense with the VP. They have the Starfall from Tyrande. But it's the Blessed Shield. Okay, I think maybe Falling Sword, because you can Falling Sword into the VP. The moment that the VP goes away, the Falling Sword will connect. It's a pretty easy combo to pull off if you're able to do it, but maybe not as much damage as they want. I don't know.
We'll have to see here what the plan is. I mean, still, Blessed Shield and Void Prism is still an extremely strong combo. See if they can pull that one off.
Pressure bottom lane. Samuro starting to work on this fort. Leaving the well active. Is that a mistake? I maybe would have targeted that first. Good cleanse there to keep Jaina safe. F Ferret's got to say thank you a few times to Delta in this one already, as Zeratul is going to show up, only finding the Blade Master so far. Shouldn't be a fight. Almost level 13, and I wouldn't expect THC to be looking to fight until they get those talents.
And you call it, they are backing off here, waiting for Deathwing top lane to get them that soak as Samuro goes to maybe catch a wave, or maybe goes on to quickly begin channeling here. Sweet Bun's always instantly on these channels. This minion, MVP here, as it finds the real body, and Sweet Buns will be able to get away just in time.
You know what I do want to say? I didn't get to mention it yet. Psycho doing pretty well with Tyrande. The Lunar Blaze at level 4. Getting so much extra value because of this big body Deathwing. It's such an easy target to hit, as Samuro barely able to get away. Look at that Lunar Blaze again. Psycho picking up the kill onto the Blade Master. Samuro's down. What an opportune time for Nsomnia to maybe start swinging this game in their favor. After losing that game number 2, this is exactly what they're looking to find in game 3. Now a big condemn from Johanna. Nice Hyperion from Raynor will pick up the kill onto Jaina. Bunker's not going to do too much, as Blaze is stuck in the middle of it, getting blocked. He tried the Jeff Propulsion out. Oh my god. No more kills, but what a play from Nsomnia. Stoic, what are your thoughts after that one?
Yeah, you know what? Rhaegar and Blaze might not have died, but being forced to hard will probably secure this objective for the blue team. This is exactly what they needed. Johanna finding those 2 picks. I'm sure they know that Samuro has started this camp. Will they decide to contest? Looks like they don't want to peek around that corner, knowing what could happen and be waiting there for them. They will just rely on this, on their first objective in this game, to even up this structure count, as they hope to take at least 2 forts.
They're going to try to counter push out this bottom lane, which has been pressured. Remember, a couple boss lanes here on this map, top and bottom, although mid lane can be the one that ends up receiving the most merc pressure throughout. They want to make sure this bottom lane can maybe leave open a win condition later on. So save it, maybe try to get a boss. But here's Brett and Michaels. Look at this defense, making the swap over to the main tank role and playing this Blaze, looking pretty confident, almost just as confident as Sweet Buns was in game number 2 on that Murden. Zeratul falls. I didn't even see where that happened. Was that at mid lane? Samuro.
Mid lane.
Ooh, 400 health surviving. Up against an objective too.
Yeah, Samuro, great value. Always can find those picks. Also probably looking like he's going to Hearth and do the swap instantly back in lane. Wow. As red team able to rebuff all 3 of these cavalry. Red team in a commanding position. Objective was just push the lanes and nothing else, really. Got some wall damage.
Only one more Lunar Flare needed to complete the level 4 quest to a maximum of 100% bonus damage. So very good work from Psycho. Moments away from level 16 as well. They're keeping themselves in this game. Unfortunately, losing a hero during their objective push, not necessarily what they were hoping for. But they're still right in this one.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Well, Sweet Buns, look at this, right on the camp as soon as it can be. Just a macro master. I'm loving it. Just always being there at the right time, continually keeping this pressure up.
Top lane, Deathwing, Dahaka still tapping gloves, not really able to get too far in either direction, although both those walls are down. Jamster having trouble as a Dahaka against Deathwing because you always have to walk into his body, and look what's been picked up. A few tech choices to give a few more... which one is it? It's the, is this it? Yeah, do some nearby enemy damage. Heat Wave at level 4, giving Dahaka some issues.
Yeah, definitely quite a bully up there, I'd say. Not a matchup I'd like to run in solo.
First boss attempt of the game. Remember, they do have the VP, so they can play aggressive. There's that final Lunar Flare needed as Blaze is here throwing down the bunker. Keeping themselves alive for now. Here comes Deathwing falling from the sky, looking for that Bellowing Roar setup. Wants to get behind a few of these heroes. Here comes the Cataclysm. That'll do exactly what he needs. Now Bellowing Roar on the backside should fear away the Rainer right into the middle, picking up the kill. Galaxy Quest doing it almost on his own, but now a VP setting it up for you, Stoic. Woo!
Oh my gosh, Void Prism grabbing 2 of those heroes though, but as Deathwing finishes another kill on Tyrande, this has been a 3 for 2. But is Zeratul gonna fall? So close, escaping with just a sliver of health. Now R275 Delta running away, trying to go off for getting another attack on the minion. Will that be the death?
Oh, Rhaegar!
Zeratul on the way down. Wow.
That's exactly what I was hoping to see. Just, all right, we're both gonna die here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, if I'm gonna go, I'll take the Zeratul with me.
Deathwing, the only hero surviving for Team Happy Cloud, but they keep these lanes pushed out. They effectively saved that boss. They stalled it out, and the boss still standing, so it doesn't end up going over to Nsomnia. Should have our next objective's already active. Neither team's looked at it yet.
Interesting. I guarantee these teams will both pick up their camps before they take a look at that objective. Not wanting to cross that lane until they have camps pushing out. Interesting here with kills tied 7-7. I'd have to say that every time a team fight happens and both teams lose a bunch of members, it goes in favor of our red team, as lanes will continue to push with those catapults every third in both mid and bottom. Not catapults here. I guess they're big old grumpy looking wolf dudes, but the same functions.
Yeah, and bottom lane being further pushed out there by Samuro and Deathwing, so Solian can have to respond, clear up yet another wave here. Level 18 to 19, but if you're Nsomnia, maybe you don't want to wait because closer to level 20 right now is Team Happy Cloud. And they're keeping these lanes soaked up rather effectively. Rhaegar and Blaze currently at mid, but now look at this trouble for Jaina. She turns it around, but ends up falling. Cataclysm coming out a bit late. Now a 1-for-1 as Rainer's down. Ancestral connecting onto Samuro, trying to finish off this Dahaka, but won't be able to. Void Prison onto a couple targets. Solian now getting feared instantly by Galaxy Quest Deathwing. Bunker was down, but now it's been destroyed as it's a 2-for-1? A 1-for-1. A 1-for-1. And teams are going to reset it, Stoic.
Yeah, both these range DPS falling for either team. Now just with a bunch of these either heals and frontliners, you know, Bunker doing a great job saving the Rhaegar in that fight. Excellent use of the Void Prism. Zeratul was just waiting to get that cleave damage. Now it looks like the red team, though, on the back of Deathwing, is now advancing, finds the kill on a Psycho, Solian escaping as well. They need to blink away. This mid-keep is now in danger. Logic Kalia stepping up, looking to get a Condemn Punish combo, but Deathwing unthreatened, flaps its wings, gets some healing. Will step back, though, eventually as his team pulls back to continue channeling the objective. Blaze, Brett Michaels steps up, not finding anything with the jet propulsion. Team's kind of taking a moment here to reset. Solian jumps for Logicalia, trying to pick up this camp with French in the back, but Blaze, Sweet Buns.
They want to get in there with their level 20 talents. They want to play aggressive in this moment and also able to get that camp, so now they can send all their heroes in. Deathwing has the big Molten Flame. Oh my god, just right on the point to Haka. There's nothing you can do to stand there. You know, hero too strong really at that point. Solian now in trouble, and this could be the end of the game. 2 heroes down for 60 seconds. Deathwing back in the sky to get some of those armor plates back. Cavalry coming down these lanes with the mid-keep almost dead. Look at that Null camp pushing in still. Is this the end? Can they close it out right now?
Yeah, I think they're probably looking to. With now that core opened up, cavalry going down, 2 heroes gone, I think that red team has an opportunity to end the game here.
See, I don't know. I don't like pushing onto this core on Alterac Pass with only 1 keep down. So I think the smart decision here from THC is exactly what they're doing is rotate to this bottom lane, finish this off as well. I mean, you have a lot of advantage. It's still another 20 seconds till Zeratul's back. They should be able to get this keep down. Maybe another kill even as they're chasing onto this Johanna. She pops Iron Skin. Will be okay, but Water Elemental still on the ground from Jaina. They get through the keep.
Yeah, wow, that, you know, Winter Mute giving a lot of value as it's still up for a couple more seconds here, clearing these waves. Core's taking damage twice, but it looks like the red team is not going to find it as the minion waves are mostly clear. Zeratul finds a Void Prism onto Blaze. Deathwing gets the Cataclysm into the Void Prism on purpose, flies in the backline, zoning out Psycho and French. Sweet Buns falling quite low, Solian getting the cleave.
I don't think Bellowing Roar hit anyone. He casted it, and it didn't do anything to any heroes. They end up losing 3 just to Haka down on the other side. Finally, Zeratul falls, but Jaina in trouble, gonna get locked in by Johanna. Rhaegar still here, pops the Storm Shield. A lot of damage coming from Raynor. Rhaegar will fall. It's a full mega kill and a defense from Nsomnia. Hitting onto the boss, perhaps? What do they do from here? Will they lose their top keep? This is going to be a lot of pressure on their core. Big wave at mid with catapults. Those Knolls are there. Top lane, same sort of deal. Is there enough time to get this boss? Stoic, I don't think there is.
I think there is in the fact that, well, the boss might not win the game. I think that the core, just kidding, this is falling so fast. This is going to be really close for them. They can rip this boss quite quickly, but you know what? The core is actually going to stabilize here. Because core damage here is non-permanent, which I think they're using it as a resource, and that's something important to recognize. If it's not going to kill the core, you don't need to defend it immediately.
Okay, well, top lane, no more minions there in defense. They're going to start targeting onto the big boy. 50%, 1,400. Here comes Johanna. Can they clear it out in time? Just barely. Will make it back. They do have that boss on the map, so you're exactly right. They had it calculated. They proved me wrong. They saved the day, but they still have 3 keeps down.
Yeah, this is going to be a heroic effort to bring them back into this game. Luckily, that core is going to regen all the way back up in the fold. But every single lane is going to have catapults every 30 seconds that will need to be responded to. Especially, it'll be very hard for them to channel this next objective, as 50 seconds is a lot of time for catapults to be pushing and then have to clear.
So Samuro trying to clear out that boss, maybe having to worry about the top boss as well. They finally do find targets, though, onto the prison. Logicalia trying to help out Nsomnia, make the big turnaround win. But if at any point any of these lanes start pushing out in the other direction, could spell trouble. Here's Deathwing. That could be trouble as well. Finding Rainer. French having to back on out. Bellowing Roar going to be cast, but not doing too much to any of these targets yet again. Now a deep Cataclysm as Deathwing all by himself. If they want to turn around and focus down Galaxy Quest, they might be able to. Trying to run away now. Very low. 600 health, 500 health. Does make it out. Jams are low. Finds the drag though. Who's he got? He's got Blaze. Brett Michaels will fall. Still no deaths, a two-man VP on top of that bunker. Can they finish this off? Ancestral comes out, keeps alive the Jaina for now, but she will fall? Yes! A triple kill, and they might have saved the day.
Yeah, wow, these fights just absolutely back
What are you
and
doing,
forth.
Rhaegar? What? Why? Why?
It's just not the first
What?
time we've seen Rhaegar do that.
Why? Oh,
I
you know, I don't like saying this. I don't. And I mean no disrespect. Believe me. That's a throw. An unfortunate one. But you can't afford to lose that Rhaegar there, as staggered death means 42 seconds till full strength. This is absolutely going to be another objective, which means they can't quite win it yet. They're not out of it yet, though. No keeps down on the other side. It's still anyone's game, Stoic.
Yeah, I think that definitely Red Team will be able to defend. They probably lose top. They probably lose mid. They might lose bottom keep. But they definitely they shouldn't lose the core if they can play this right. Although Galaxy Quest dropping in with the 1v4 here will immediately be backed off, but will lose that armor plate, only having 30 armor going into this next engage if choosing to tap, so we'll have full health. But blue team now making their way onto the top 4. It should be free, as the minion wave is already pushed up, and these level 23 heroes doing so much damage.
Kill counts up on your screen. 5 for Johanna, 5 for Rainer, 4 for Zeratul, leading the way for Nsomnia. And they have this cavalry on the map, mid lane being counter-pressured by Samuro and Deathwing. They're going to look for a fight somewhere, maybe get a kill, try to close this one out, but all they see currently is Deathwing by the mid fort, and it is heavily fortified at this moment. Their cavalry here already sent down to 50% health, so it might not even be able to get through this wall. And they're kind of wasting some time here, not finding a fight, just kind of wallowing around, not pushing in with objectives. Is this worth it? I don't feel like it is. They're only going to get this outer fort, but they're not going to find any keeps during this objective.
Yeah, you know, I'm not. Maybe they should have grouped up as 5, forcing the heroes to be out of position as a cavalry pushes elsewhere. I'm not sure. It looks like they're going to put all their effort here under this bottom fort, this bottom keep. Finally, cavalry dies. Hyperion going to get some value. Keep will fall to about half health, maybe a little less as the last Yamato cannon goes off. But red team with all their keeps.
Jamster's waiting for it. He's going to find Jaina. Oh, he misses the drag on Jaina, but she's still surrounded. Lunar Flare connects with the Hunter's Mark. Quick kill on Jaina, and now this gets very interesting for Nsomnia. That bunker was also dropped by Blaze, but Brett Michaels has already escaped. Keep still sitting at about 20% health. Do they force it in or maybe drop back to one of these bosses? They have time to think about it here, but they can't waste too much time. Just 45 seconds till Jaina's back up. They need to use every second to their advantage. Now finally setting their focus onto this keep. It'll quickly go down.
Yeah, I think the keep here is the right call. Bottom boss is probably up in about 15 seconds here. Samuro getting that top camp. This objective will spawn again, and blue might need this one and maybe another one to close this game.
You know what? Samuro can just get this boss by himself. He doesn't need help. There goes Sweet Buns. I don't know why he hasn't done this sooner, but finally gonna get started. Gonna get some help from Rhaegar as well. Bottom lane boss gonna be picked up. So this is gonna be boss for boss. Ladies and gentlemen, this is about to be the end of our game. Definitely an advantage, however, for Team Happy Cloud, as they have all 3 keeps down, means less armor onto the boss. Slightly ahead though will be this bottom lane boss for Nsomnia. Does that make a difference?
You know, if anything, it just forces blue team
to play defense.
To go home. Yeah, to play defense. I mean, that boss will not kill the core. So, yeah, we'll.
And prisons are active. Look at this. Blaze can start up the channel. He's got full vision.
I think this goes to red. We can even see Samuro try and be cheeky, steal that camp. As this boss is about 75% health. And between Samuro and Blaze, they'll for sure have this channel. Blue team is now in a very scary position where they need to probably make the call. At what point do they leave the boss?
Right now, just get out. That thing's dead.
Yeah, I think you're right. Every second's going to count
thrown
here.
out a bit. You're here at the right time. The thrilling conclusion of what has been one of the best sets I've seen thus far in this NGS Season 9. Here comes the brush stock from Dahaka. Going to try to find the Samuro, but he's able to clone away. Still going to be safe for now. 26 seconds still needed for THC to pick up their final objective of this game. Lanes are pressured though. Someone has to play defense. They need to also keep their eyes on the prison. Samuro just harassing him with these clones. It's been a nuisance. But thank God for them. They have a Dahaka able to be global and be around this map. Here comes another attempt at grabbing the prison, Stoic. Can they get it this time?
Yeah, red team, if with Samuro clearing this bottom lane, if red team stalls, eventually I think blue team is overwhelmed by catapults or wolfy dudes. So red team, I think it is right that blue team is aggressing here. They need to make something happen. Jamster and Logicalia leading the charge. Johanna finding a big condemn punish combo. Big slows coming out. Jaina's dropping her blizzard.
VP on one. Only the Jaina in there. Here comes Jamster. Ancestral will connect along with that ice block. Still surviving. Bunkers down. Blaze inside. There's the Cataclysm on the 5 heroes. Logicalia low, but the Hyperion response from Raynor going to shut some of this down. Now retreating is Team Happy Cloud, but Deathwing still standing in. Says, guys, stay with me. We got this 1-for-1 trade. It's the Haka for Rhaegar. Galaxy Quest still going in as Raynor falls. Sweet Fun surviving with 600 health. Still looking for more. Zeratul 400 gets away. It's a 2-for-1. Core in trouble. Stoic.
Yeah, wow. This Deathwing is just absolutely unstoppable. I mean, just so much damage, looking unkillable.
Winions!
I think Deathwing...
Winions! Someone's got to play defense. Look at all these things here.
I think this will be cleared out by the blue team. I don't think this will be the actual killing threat. I think what will be, though, is being forced to send 2. Maybe? No.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Wait, yeah, barely.
Just barely, but here comes Sweet Buns. He's not going to let that thing respawn or regenerate health.
Which is smart. I mean, honestly, red team just goes and kills the core here. They want to end this series. Now's their moment. Don't even need an objective. Wow.
Oh my God. THC walking away with a late game win. Almost 28 full minutes here. This was the longest set, I think. Find me another one that's gone that long in all 3 games. What a tremendous effort from both sides. Here's our Game 3 match summary. Stoic, what are your initial thoughts after watching that conclusion?
Yeah, I think that in both of these last 2 games, Galaxy Quest playing Tassadar Game 2, Deathwing Game 3, there was no response. I mean, Tassadar just destroyed the armor and then absolutely just deleted these heroes. And then here Deathwing dealing 124,000 hero damage, 50,000 more than Zeratul. I mean, just dishing it out, but unkillable as well. Absolutely just a monster in these team fights.
I'm going to load up our talent screen as well so you guys can take a peek. I'm going to try to reach out for an interview. Stoic, you interested in sticking around? I know you were saying you might have to go quickly. I don't want to keep you longer than you need to be here.
No, I'm here. I think they went on a bike ride without me.
Oh, okay. Well, let's hop on over to NGS lobby and we'll get this one set up. Hello, stream. Stoic here with me again. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
Just got to try to reach out to Brett Michaels.
What a series. Those long games, really close games, every single one of them.
Interview, question mark? Oh my, like, I can't even believe we got that much value out of 3 matches, right? Like, thrilling from start to finish. I need to update the scoreboard too, so everyone at home knows who won. There we go, THC.
Both of them also coming so close.
And joining us, we do have the captain for Team Happy Cloud, Brett Michaels. I just got done saying, definitely the longest set I've seen in NGS Season 9. Quite possibly also the most exciting set I've seen. You guys have to be on edge. How's the team atmosphere?
Dude, it was,
very shivering right now. Oh, jeez.
it was a really good series. Those were really hard games. Yeah. Big
Uh,
Like, you
shout out
can
to
only do so
Insomnia.
much micro on top of all that.
You can't forget the unmistakable voice of Sweet Buns joining us as well. Game 1, Sweet Buns, you weren't able to make it there for Infernal Shrines. Your team ended up falling. But the revitalization you brought to this roster in games 2 and 3, it really shows to me how much you mean to this team. Maybe it's a question for Brett, but like, how much better do you guys feel with Sweet Buns playing?
I mean, so the game 1, Sweet, yeah, Ferret has been like a longtime Team Heavy Cloud member, and we had to pull him out of retirement today due to reasons with OJ and him having. So unfortunately, he had other plans for tonight, and
Yeah, rocking that 3-stack.
So anyway, so we had to kind of pull people out of retirement, and it's good. But no, Sweet adds a lot, and I think, I mean, obviously you saw his play; he's insane.
Yeah, we saw the play. Game 2, Muradin goes with the Haymaker and playing the aggressive Muradin all game, willing to be up against that Medivh. Every time the portal came down, you saw the Haymaker come out. It seemed as though you had a game plan, and a lot of it focused around having the Muradin. You want to talk about the pick in Game 2?
Haymaker was more of a pick because Malthael was on the enemy team. I probably would have adapted more for survival otherwise, but I can see it working a bit extra because we have like some of those precious, like squishy backliners in the game between Tassadar and Vala when Tassadar is not in Archon form at least. And Muradin packs enough of a punch on frontline that he's forced to draw more attention.
The puns are good. I like it. Thank you.
Hey.
Game 1, it was the Maiev that gave you guys trouble, and we saw it banned out in games 2 and 3. Actually, you stuck with the Maiev, Deckard, and Ana bans in both of those games. A bit of respect. You maybe want to talk a bit about your opponents tonight and how you guys work to help counter out what they showed to be effective in game number 1.
Yeah, their Maiev was super strong. They have really good synergy with that, and we haven't seen a lot of teams playing Maiev recently. I mean, and I think it just kind of caught us a little off guard. I don't think we were fully.
I just have a mortal terror for Maiev.
Maev's a really good
like,
hero.
That's reasonable enough.
Yeah, she's insane. If you can play her well, and they definitely played her well.
We do see Galaxy Quest in chat. Shout out there, that Game 3 Deathwing, probably our MVP there. Got some value. The Cataclysms were there. The Bellowing Roar, maybe the interesting pick. You don't see as often, but every time you can get that Cataclysm comboed in like that, Galaxy Quest, well done for you, my friend.
In addition, like, they were more of a frontliney, clumpy comp, in which a full dive build Deathwing will get a lot of value, especially on the landing at level 16 with its 75% damage reduction.
Sure.
There's not a whole lot of room for him to, like, go for the safe Q builds at 13 and then on, just because of the nature of their comp.
Stoic, I know you're always loaded with questions. You got anything off the bat for these guys?
Yeah, my questions are a lot more general this game. Or this series. Game number 1, you guys won the majority of these objectives, had a structure lead for most of the game. What made it hard to really close it out in that late mid game?
I think it's like we had some trouble winning team fights. So I think one of the strong points on our team is we have decent macro play. And team fights and just micro stuff that we're working on throughout the season. So I think it was just a matter of like being able to actually capitalize on like the few objectives that we did have, and like we weren't wiped. Yeah, like I said, that his I don't remember who was playing Maiev, but they were a solid player.
Okay, excellent. Makes sense going forward while you banned it.
The Maiev tonight played by Solian, who's I believe the assistant captain for Insomnia. I could be mistaken there, but played some of those high skill cap heroes tonight. We mentioned the Maiev, the Medivh, and then game 3, the Zeratul. How do you guys feel as though you had to respond to that Zeratul in game number 3? Maybe a little bit of pressure, had some weird situations going on, a few fights definitely didn't go in your favor.
I definitely had to be a bit more careful on how I split the clones during fights. Or just like how my main samurai was close to his clones in general.
Sure.
Yeah, I think with Blaze, it's also it's pretty good to have like. I mean, I was focusing more on like not get clumping, to not only get Q resets, but just so he can't like get a huge VP and we don't have like a save mechanic or some type of way to get out of it after bunker. Like I think that top fight, or one of the fights, I was like, as soon as I wasn't caught, I was like, all right, I just gotta drop bunker right here and just make sure everyone can live for a little while longer.
I thought it was a gutsy pick going with Blaze in Game 3. You certainly didn't disappoint.
Really?
Yeah, really, absolutely. I thought it's a gutsy pick.
Like, Blaze, if you ask me, he provides a niche alongside Johanna where he heavily punishes comps that are forced to approach. They didn't have any poke. Like, we were able to force fights with Samro by providing that kind of sort of bat cap sort of pressure. And Blaze is probably the best in the game at punishing people that are trying to go in and clump on you.
Well, you guys definitely proved me wrong, I will say that. Stoic, anything else you want to ask these guys before we let them out of here?
No, just compliments all around. Your team looked very patient. You took engage as smart, and it seems like you're definitely playing at a high level. That the Blaze strat that you just mentioned, I'm going to keep my back pocket for next time my team needs to counter the dive.
I might do that as well.
Yeah,
well, huge win tonight. I believe that puts you guys into 7th place, if I'm not mistaken, which is climbing. You're in playoff position, and you got to start to be feeling good about your season here in Season 9.
Yeah, I definitely think that so this team is really cool because we have there's a lot of flexibility in the roles and kind of the hero pool. There were some role swaps early in the season when we transitioned over from Heroes Lounge. And so I think a lot of those early game losses can be attributed to like some of those growing pains that come with like, having players switch around, so many different places. Like Delta, our support player, who was our longtime support player, was on off lane, and our OJ, who could not be here for the rest of the games, was on support, and he's on DPS, and Sweet was on. Yeah, so it's just been a big mix up, but I think we've done really well with like switching around all these roles and trying to get everything solidified. I think things look good for us the rest of the season.
Well, huge congrats on that win. I want to give you guys opportunity if you have any shout outs before you go. The floor is yours.
Go ahead, Sweet.
Why are you trying to put this pressure on me right
Sweet,
now?
I don't know. It's all you.
Thank you to OJ, who is rocking that 3-stack, I am sure. Let's see. Thank you for Ferret, who provided some excellent subbing. He really rocked the Valhalla game 2 and was able to provide tons of value in the team fights in game 3.
And on a 5-minute notice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you to Delta for pressing R. Thank you for thank you to Galaxy for rocking that Deathwing, even if it meant us dropping the Bloodlust comp ambition.
Oh.
And thank you to Brett for providing the supreme flex value between game 2 and 3. I'm not going to mention game 1. I wasn't there.
Yeah. Thanks, Murda, for casting this, and shout out to Nsomnia.
Always.
They're a really good team, and yeah, great series. Thanks again.
Pleasure is all ours. Thank you for being great competitors tonight. That was a very exciting 3-game set, and best of luck moving forward the rest of this season.
Thanks, man.
Great games. Good luck the rest of the season.
See, was that a Mario soundboard he just threw at me?
Yeah, dude. Sweet's got the Mario soundboard. Or he's got a soundboard. He's got all sorts of
That's
stuff
incredible. Thank you for that, Sweet Buns.
Not this time. We created
it.
All right, Stoic, I'll meet you back in the call, okay?
All right.
All
Bye,
right.
guys.
See ya.
So I'm going to get Stoic back on the line, bring in his webcam once again. Hit this button and load him up. There he is. Oh, and he's got a doggy!
I picked up a Cocaster of my own.
Oh, adorable. Wait, I need my little guy. Look, it's Baby Yoda. Oh no, he's getting green screen too. We're all green screen today. Stoic, a pleasure as always. Sorry this one kept you a little long. We went full 2 hours here, including the interview, a little bit longer than that even. You're in a faraway land right now, so go enjoy yourself. But before you go, you want to let everyone know where they can find you.
Yes, you can find me oftentimes here at Murda's channel, or you can follow my empty Twitter at HLS Stoic, or my occasional Twitch at HLS Stoic.
And for myself, if you'd like to follow and be notified each time I go live, it'll be twitter.com/MurdaRG. Or here on Twitch, it's twitch.tv/MurdaRG, as you know. And YouTube, you can follow me there. It's great. Nightbot, he has a link in chat. Go ahead and click that hit subscribe. We're very close to 100 subscribers. I keep saying that. I think we got one today, so maybe we're like 4 away. So maybe 4 of you hit subscribe. We reached that goal we're trying to reach. Thank you everyone for your support. The love is real. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's matchup. Don't know when we'll be back, but I love you guys and I hope to see you soon. And that's it. See you later.
See ya.
And there's the Tranquility again from Alperian, keeping targets up as Ragnaros landing a 4-man Sulfurous Smash. Durance of Hate from Mephisto, and this combination executed perfectly at the end of the game.
From Alarak, make it a quad kill set up by that East.
Wow, did you see that mosh pit? 4-man mosh pit while on a conveyor belt. That was like a regular sushi line.
Nubrak, core at 50%. Both cores are just absolutely melting. Which one's going to go down first? I think this is going to be Respect the Gooses. Oh my goodness.
Ring. Oh my goodness, the ring. Jaina just pulling up everybody here. That's a 4, make it 5
And it
for
does
nothing.
knock them all up. What a play. Oh my God, somebody please clip that.